So Bellingham has already punched their ticket to the playoffs no matter what happens the rest of the season.
It's time for Wenatchee AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, and our Gold supporter, the Town Auto Group. Tonight's broadcast also brought to you by Apple Valley Honda, Club Crow Bar and Grill, the Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, and AmeriCorps, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee, Together for Youth, the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and the Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center. And now let's go live to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium on the campus of Wenatchee Valley College.
It's kind of playing towards the bag at second, so there's a bbig gap over there. This pitch swung on, and good. How about finding a gap in center field for an RBI single? Beautifully struck.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket crackling among their singing air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, there you go. Great rendition of our national anthem, and I know that young lady. That's Kayla Taylor. Great job, Kayla.
That was
on the
excellent.
Anthem here tonight, and anytime you can get Kayla to come out and sing the anthem for you, it's a good thing. And a good evening to you, and welcome to Paul Thomas Senior Baseball Stadium, home of your Wenatchee AppleSox, and of course the Wenatchee Valley Knights. But summertime means it's summer collegiate baseball. That's why we're here, and that's why hopefully you're here. Along with Brandon Schmitten, I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCWLIFE Channel. Brandon, good to have you back.
Great to be here.
How was Europe?
It was amazing. What a enjoyable place to go.
And you got out of there before the influx of the world came for the Olympics?
Yes, definitely. We kind of stayed a little bit more east of Paris, so that was good.
Of the central
yes.
Location there. Well, we appreciate you joining us here tonight as the Wenatchee AppleSox, the winners of the North Division first half, have already locked up a postseason playoff spot. Love that.
Yes, for sure.
And the AppleSox hosting the Yakima Valley Pippins in tonight's contest. The Wenatchee 23-13 overall. They're 5-4 in the second half of the season, and they're actually tied for first place in the second half standings as well. Yakima Valley comes in at 16-20. They're 4-5 in the second half. However, these two teams played a few weeks ago. Yakima Valley took 2 of 3 from Wenatchee and were pretty dominant in those wins, especially in the pitching variety. We're going to get a good pitching matchup here tonight.
Yeah, and looking at the past, it seems like Yakima has always had the upper hand on the AppleSox over the course of the
history
battles.
of the two franchises, definitely so. The matchup here for the Wenatchee AppleSox on the mound will be Ryan Martinez. He's got a 0-0 record, but the AppleSox have won all 3 of his starts so far. So that bodes well. He just didn't hang around long enough. And you get that a lot with your starters in West Coast League Baseball. They're usually not around by the 4th or 5th inning when you can actually stand to win the game.
Right. Yeah, you got to go that 5 innings before you can even get the win. You can get a loss by pitching a third of an inning.
That's right. He's got a 3.95 ERA, a 6'3", 215-pound junior from the University of the Pacific down in California. For the Yakima Valley Pippins and Coach Kyle Crustangel, who you recognize, former AppleSox skipper, will send Trusant Bythewood to start it off, and our first pitch is right down the middle for a strike. And we're underway here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, and right on time at 7:05. Gotta love that too. Bythewood will be followed by the shortstop Zach Blazak, and then Drew Johnson. Second pitch is across for a strike as well, taken by Bythewood, who comes in a junior out of UCLA.
He's hitting his spots right here, liking that outside corner, and then goes back inside on him.
Pitch is swung on and fouled away. He was late on that one. The count remains at 0-2 to Bythewood. Center fielder batting 171 on the season. And the pitch on the way, swung on and chopped up high in the air. Waiting for it to come down is the third baseman for the AppleSox, Castagnola, and he'll toss over in time for the out. 5-3 on the put out, 1 out here for Yakima Valley. Brings up their shortstop, Zach Blazak. Here's a guy who's hitting 400. He hasn't had a lot of plate appearances. 6'1", 170-pounder out of Montana State Billings.
Senior there. It's good to see, you know, you got kids of all ages here. As we're getting later into the season, you're getting more of your college kids. So we don't have any high school kids that I saw that are first years, but.
First pitch for Martinez was a strike, and so too is pitch number 2. And Ryan's coming out here throwing some gas.
He is. I don't know if it's that new speaker that we've got down there.
The microphone on the field next to Malcolm Whitehall. He's going to give us sounds of the game here, and boy, that snapped the webbing of the glove of Jonathan Fitz, fresh off a all-star appearance in Bellingham. And how about that game, huh?
Yeah.
2 outs, bottom of the 9th, bases loaded, and the North beats the South on an infield single that scores 2 runs, and the North wins it 3-2.
Now that doesn't have any.
Nope, doesn't play a factor at all in anything other than the fact that it was broadcast on the MLB network and gives these young men a lot of exposure. This pitch is low and inside for a ball, and I think that's the first ball thrown in the game so far by Ryan Martinez. Oh, they're going to say ball 2 there.
Yeah.
So 2-2 the count to Blazak. Shortstop with 1 out here in the top of the first.
I like that change that they made in the major leagues, where the AL versus NL, and it's the winner of the All-Star game gets the home field advantage.
No, they don't do that anymore.
For the World Series?
Nope, they did away with that here a couple of years ago.
Oh,
so
that's news to me.
It's just an exhibition game.
Oh, okay.
Yep. This pitch misses just inside. Boy, didn't miss by much. And a walk given up here by Martinez puts a runner aboard for the Pippins. That brings up right fielder Drew Johnson.
That one looked close.
Yeah, it certainly did. So Sox looking to turn 2 here in the infield as the AppleSox wear their home unis tonight. They broke out a new uniform for their last home series against Cascade Collegiate All-Stars last weekend. This pitch is inside, missing with a fastball for ball 1, 1-0 to Drew Johnson. Did you see those?
I didn't.
They had 2 colored panels up front. They were red and blue, and very sharp looking. I like the looks of those. 1-0 the count here to Johnson in the left-handed batter's box. Pitched by Martinez. This should be a strike, and it is, and the count even at 1-1 strike.
Yeah, the new uniforms that they're coming out with are significantly different than when you or I played.
The Major League All-Stars, those look kind of like Little League uniforms.
They
almost.
did, yeah.
Runner here. For first goes. The pitch is swung on and missed, but the ball falls out of the glove of Jonathan Fitz. So down to second with a stolen base is Blazak. Count goes to 1-2 on Johnson. I don't know. There's been a lot of complaints about the pants, especially in Major League Baseball, with the shift to a new provider.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Pitch here swung on a well-hit ball deep to right field, and right fielder stumbled for a moment, but Dougherty able to make the catch finally. His throw in is cut off by the shortstop, and down to third after tagging up is Blazak. 2 outs in the inning. Looked like, I don't know if he stumbled or if Dougherty just kind of misread it at first. He's cleaning his cleats out.
He is.
I think he fell in a hole out there or something.
You know, I noticed before the game, too, we had a lot of soft, wet ground here on the first baseline, too. So maybe a little bit of overwatering, hoping to keep the grass alive.
Yeah, could be. Well, I've been
supposed to be hot this week.
I've been doing that at my house, too, so.
You must have irrigation.
Yes, I do. Jillian Angulo is up, and he'll take the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 to count. First baseman steps up. Fourth batter of the inning for Yakima Valley with a runner at first base and 2 down to the inning. Pitch on the way here is fastball missing away for ball 1. 1-1 to count. My eyes aren't good enough, and I don't think they ever were. I don't know how these announcers calling Major League Baseball, calling these other baseball games, can say, oh, yeah, that's a 4-seamer.
Yeah.
This pitch is, oh my, that looked good, but ball 2 called.
You know, I think a lot of that is coming from support. You know, they probably
they
have
get
somebody
a
that's just
spotter
watching.
that's just doing well. Yeah,
'Cause
we don't have that highfalutin, you know.
Right. 7 camera angles.
7. You know, I think for the All-Star game, I saw something about 32 cameras.
Really?
Including you got cameras in the bases now and all
Oh,
that stuff.
true, yeah.
3 and 1 that count to Angulo. And a pitch by Martinez with first base open. He'll walk it. So second walk of the inning given up by Martinez. And that'll put runners on the corners with 2 down. And for Dom Longo, well, recent addition here to Yakima's lineup. He's out of Liberty. Was in Liberty's football team that was on the edge of getting into the Final Four. And the playoffs.
Yep.
Which goes to
back
12 teams now. Right?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
When will they get to a 64 team like they do with the college basketball?
Yeah, that's a lot of games.
Yeah, this pitch misses just away. Boy, I'll tell you, the strike zone for home plate umpire Anthony Artini is not to the liking of Ryan Martinez right now because he's nibbling. Just not getting the calls right now. 1-0 the count to Longo. Pitch on the way. Swung on and fisted in the air. Right down. Gonzalez makes the catch for the outs, and that'll do it here in the first with 2 left on for Yakima Valley. They do not crack the scoreboard. The AppleSox are due up next. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Check out ClubCrowCashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
Our broadcast of AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you by Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center, a regional hub for career and technical education programs that equip high school age students with personal, workplace, and technical skills. Give them a call today at 509-662-8827. That's 509-662-8827. It'll be fall before you know it. New class will start, and you want to get your kids some good education. Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center certainly setting them up for success. Roberto Gonzalez will start it off, the man who I love it when somebody makes a good play and then they're the first one up.
Yep.
That is the case for the AppleSox.
Build on the energy
That's
there.
right. That's right. As Xander Orahados gets a hand from our crowd here along first base as he heads down for his coaching position. So Roberto Gonzalez will start it off, 5'7", 156-pound senior out of Cal State Northridge, batting .375 on the season. Steps in the left-handed batter's box to face Ethan Solscheider, and the first pitch grounded to the third baseman. He'll pick it up and throw over in time from Longo to Angulo. 5-3 on the putout. One pitch from the 6'1", 185-pound sophomore out of the University of Hawaii, Hilo. He's got a 3-3 record on the season. Pretty good ERA, 3.23. So 1 out here, and Max Hartman will step up. Max was in the All-Star game, one of 5 AppleSox represented in the All-Star game earlier this week at Joe Martin Field in Bellingham. He went 0 for 2 in the game.
He's having a good year, though.
Oh, my goodness, he is. Batting, 308 on the season. First pitch he'll take for a strike. And, boy, that microphone is bringing us up close and personal, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Good job by Malcolm Whitehall back in the studios. He was out here earlier today fixing that up. And this pitch snaps the webbing of the glove, but misses outside, according to our home plate umpire. I mentioned that our umpire behind the plate is an Anthony. We got an Anthony out on the base pass, too. This pitch is fouled off. It's Anthony Artini behind the plate and Anthony Brown on the base pass. So we got Anthony squared here tonight.
Yeah.
Pitch here swung on and fouled down the third base side. Long run for everybody. They're not going to get to it.
Good effort there.
It was in
the
play.
Bermuda Triangle right there.
Yeah, it's in that area down the left field line that is just difficult to get to. We don't nearly have the room here in foul territory like they do at the Oakland Coliseum, for example.
Yeah. When you're playing on a football field, it tends to give you a little bit of space in weird spots.
It's sad to see Oakland leaving there, but you know, it's just they haven't had the support they've needed from ownership or from the community, and so what are you going to do?
Right.
Pitch here misses for a ball. 2-2 the count.
I tell you, one time I went to a game down there and watched. It was a San Francisco-Oakland game, so it was packed. But now you look at it, there's what,
hardly anybody
2,500 people.
Yeah, the Mariners
game,
played
maybe?
down there, and Seattle fans outnumbered the Oakland fans. This pitch ripped to
Ooh,
right
nice.
center field for a base hit, maybe more. Hartman rounding first. He's going to dig in for second. Here comes the throw, and it's off the line, and a sliding double for Max Hartman as he continues to just torch here in the West Coast League this summer.
You know, and he made that a double right out of the box. That's great to see. You know, it still cares about the team and himself and moving on, and you look at things like that, and that's going to help him.
The Coug comes through. He's going to make a comparison between Washington State's football team and the Mariners bullpen lately. They've been kind of stealing defeat from the jaws of victory.
I know.
One on for the AppleSox with Aiden Dougherty stepping in. The first pitch he'll take is a strike at the outside corner. Aiden, a 6'1", 200-pound junior out of Yukon, batting .320 on the season. 24 RBIs. Chance to pick up another one out there at second base right now with all the speed and Max Hartman. Pitch on the way. Swung on and hit off the end of the bat. Foul. That was a line drive foul off the end of the bat. How about that? 0-2 the count to Dougherty. We missed a game here a few weeks ago because of hot temperatures, and we will make that up on Tuesday. So we'll be back here at the ballpark in just a few days. So hopefully you can join us for that. Pitch on the way here is low for a ball. Good eye by Aiden Dougherty, right fielder for the AppleSox.
It's actually really pleasant out here tonight, too, with that little bit of a breeze.
We are lucky to be in the shade.
True.
I will admit that. And our new broadcast location, I feel kind of badly. Pitch here is missing away for ball two. 2-2 the count to Dougherty. Oh, no, they're going to say no pitch and a balk call. So 1-2 the count remains.
Was that a time? I don't think it would have been a time, would it?
It was balk.
Okay.
The base umpire made the call. So Anthony Brown out there stopped it. He says no pitch and a balk. Pitch here swung on the ground to the right side. Run's going to score. The out recorded, and the AppleSox have a 1-0 lead.
Going back to great hustle gets him at second base, and does he not hustle out of the box? He doesn't get that double and doesn't score there.
Evan Cloyd will step up with the AppleSox on top, give an RBI to Dougherty. That gives him 25 on the season. As Evan steps up, the 6'1", 210-pound junior out of Cal Poly San Luis Obispo swings at the first pitch. Well, the AppleSox are being aggressive here.
They are.
And the first pitch fouled away, 0-1 the count. Well, they faced the same guy down in Yakima here a few weeks ago, and he shut him down pretty much. And so it was a low-scoring affair. And Solscheider was able to get the win in that one, as Yakima Valley took 2 of 3 from Wenatchee in that series.
Yeah, he's got that funky little 3/4 side delivery there, and
yeah, he hides the ball well.
He does.
It just suddenly, whoop, here it comes.
Yeah.
You know, some guys, you wind it up and you can kind of, you see the ball the whole time. He kind of, the way he approaches, whip, there it goes. This pitch swung on a well-hit ball deep to right field, going back, looking up, and
there we go.
Solo home run for Evan Cloyd. Gone. Sox on top, 2-0. Evan Cloyd, as he rounded the bag at first, pointed into the dugout. I'm guessing he's got a teammate, maybe from Cal Poly, who plays for Yakima Valley, gave him a point as he takes it over the right field wall, opposite way home run. And Cloyd gives the Sox a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, the left fielder for the Pippins plays for or Cal State.
Okay.
Oh, no, excuse me. He's at San Bernardino.
San Bernardino.
Bernardino,
Okay.
yeah, not.
Second home run of the season for Evan Cloyd. Pitch here is a fastball strike to Brady Bean, getting his first appearance in an AppleSox uniform. Welcome, Brady, a 5'10", 175-pound junior from the University of Portland. And this pitch,
Ooh, that looked a little up.
That looked up and in, but strike two called. So Brady Bean getting kind of a rude welcome to the West Coast League. And the pitch on the way to him, swung on. Look out, AppleSox dugout. Holy buckets. Everybody went scrambling. And the count stays at 0-2.
Him getting these pitches reminds me of when Julio was a rookie.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, he had to bite his tongue a lot. And
Yeah.
you know, it's in his third season now, he's not biting his tongue so much anymore. Actually got ejected from a game from the dugout before the All-Star break. 0-2 pitch, swung on a chop towards the shortstop on 2 hops coming in. Blazak will field and throw, and that'll be the final out to the inning. But the AppleSox get 2 runs on 2 hits, couple of extra base hits, and nobody left on. We'll head to the second. Sox on top, 2-0. You're watching Wenatchee Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
AmeriCorps allows me to make a huge impact on my community and kickstart my career.
AmeriCorps gave me the opportunity to use my skills for the greater good.
Serving in AmeriCorps gave me the opportunity to help in my community. Take a few minutes to see how you can help your community.
AmeriCorps does vital work in our region. You can make a difference. Join today and make the impact.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Well, the AppleSox post an early lead here against the Yakima Valley Pippins as we have the West Coast League North versus the West Coast League South here tonight at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, along with Brandon Schmitten, Eric Granstrom with you on a gorgeous night here at the ballpark. Yeah, triple digits today, but it is cooling down nicely. You mentioned that we're in the shade here.
Yeah.
All the fans are in the shade.
They are.
Field's still pretty much most of it in the sunshine here, so a little different for the players. Reese Schuerman will start it off, the catcher for Yakima Valley. First pitch by Martinez.
Nice little change up there.
Change. Oh my! And Schuerman way out in front, missing on that one. 0-1 to count. Good to see a change up there.
Yes.
From Mr. Martinez. Second pitch swung on, and that was also off speed. And third baseman will field and
good play.
Throw across, and that's Castagnola has got his second defensive put out here.
Got to have good communication on that, or else you run into each other there.
Right, right. And that's a tough play. Well, Castagnola going to his left, and there's gloves on the left hand, so that makes sense. But then you got to get that ball exchanged, and you got to get your arm over for that throw. And usually it's the shortstop that's taking a lot of those balls, but it was kind of a slow bounder. So.
It was, and you know, at the same time, he's going in the correct direction to throw it, where shortstop's going away. So.
Right, exactly. First pitch to Hinojosa is in there for a strike. Adrian Hinojosa is a senior at Cal State Bernardino, batting .213 on the season. Second pitch misses outside for a ball. 1-1 the count. I also love Ryan Martinez because he doesn't mess around.
Yes,
here it comes.
He goes right at you.
He gets the sign from Jonathan Fitz, and then he's coming. Pitch here swung and chopped off the plate, which you could hear. Shortstop Gonzalez had to wait for it, and they're going to say he's safe at first base. Oh, my.
Yeah, he kind of bobbled that a little bit, knowing he was going to have to be quick with that throw, and just threw him off just a little bit.
I don't know. That's a tough play. You give him an infield single on that. I'd hate to give him an error there.
Yeah.
I mean, he did. The throw was, you know, took the first baseman, Evan Cloyd, off the bag, but.
Yeah. I mean, as a coach,
what are you doing, Coach?
I'm giving an error on that one.
You are?
Yeah, just because he bobbled on the transfer and then threw the ball up the line. If he makes a good throw there, he's clearly out.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's true. That's true. And they're still talking it over upstairs in the press box here.
And you got to protect your pitchers too, don't you?
This is true. Spencer Schmitten steps up now for Yakima Valley. Took the first pitch for a ball, 1-0 the count. So we're going to wait until they give us a sign on the board out there to determine how we're going to score this on my sheet. Pitch here is right down the middle. Oh my. A ball.
Wow.
I guess low.
That was
okay.
Yeah.
1 out, 1 aboard here for Yakima Valley as we're in the top of the second here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium on the campus of Wenatchee Valley College. This pitch is, again, I guess a little outside for ball 3.
Yeah, maybe that one could have been maybe a little low, but I don't know.
Jonathan Fitz doing what is trending now for catchers, where he starts low and then brings that ball back up in his glove. This pitch is strike 1 called, 3-1 to call, and that pitch looked very similar to the one before that.
It did. I agree. Yeah, and you see, you're mentioning about how he starts low and comes up, gets it into the strike zone, but also look at the way he's receiving this with one leg down. You know, you would never have seen that.
No.
3-4 years ago, and now everybody, doesn't matter if there's somebody on base or not, they're going to one knee to.
Well, also you look at the strength and the conditioning that is available and that is being utilized by catchers now.
Yes.
These kids are strong.
Oh,
they're
yeah,
strong.
they are.
So they can throw from one knee down to second base and still have just as much oomph on it as they did before.
Yes.
So runners at first and second, chance for Yakima Valley to get back in this game. They trail it 2-0. This pitch swung on and fouled back by Owen Egan, a normal pitcher, getting a chance to be the DH here for Yakima Valley, a sophomore out of UCLA.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. The AppleSox are DH and a pitcher tonight as well. Cam Hoyland's hitting for us. So.
Pitch on the way by Martinez in the dirt. Nice stop by Fitz to keep the runners where they are. 1-1 to count to Egan.
And I was going to mention, too, with him having the one leg down, a little bit easier to block a ball if you're already in that position.
So they gave Yakima Valley a base hit on that. I know, Coach, you gave him an error, but yeah, because they didn't get a hit in the first inning.
You are right.
Pitch here is strike called, and that, to me, looked like it was outside. But Jonathan Fitz, again, framed it and brought it back in the strike zone. So, and all that takes is a blink by the umpire, and he opens his eyes again, and that catcher's glove is right in the strike zone. So, well, that's a strike.
Yeah.
1-2 the count to Egan. Pitch here, swung on, hit a mile high, but foul. This is going to clank off of the.
Oh, no, it's coming back.
Oh, yeah, it kind of had a little curve to it and bounced around at a Pepsi picnic pavilion here at the ballpark.
Good thing we had a gentleman over there paying attention.
Yeah, count goes to 1-2. I was thinking about it back in the day for the AppleSox, and I can't remember which year it was, but do you remember with them when they had a hot tub behind the dugout?
Oh, yes, yeah.
That was always fun for those foul balls that were headed that way. This pitch swung on and a line drive and almost hit the runner between first and second. Gets into right field. There's a beautiful throw home, and it bounces off the turf and gets away from Jonathan Fitz, so a run's going to score on the RBI single to right by Egan, and he'll show you that pitchers can hit too.
That's right.
Boy, that was close to hitting Spencer Schmitten as he was leading off first base there.
Yeah, he had to stop, turn, twist his body. And
Hinojosa comes around to score from second base on the play. The runner, Schmitten, ends up at second, so runners at first and second with one down still. And a run in, it's 2-1 ball game. And back to the top of the order for Trusant Bythewood. Martinez, long look out at the runner at second base. It's Schmitten out there, and the pitch on the way is a broken bat off the end of the stick.
Get a double play
They're going to try to get two, and
straight up.
Ball straight up, and it goes foul. Here comes a runner from third, and he's going to score in the play, and that's going to be via the air there. On a throw that was low, trying to dig it out over at first base was Evan Cloyd, and then the ball bounces up, and he had no idea where it was. Heads up running by Spencer Schmitten. He'll score. We're tied at 2-2. So a fielder's choice.
6-4, I think.
And an error.
Yep, 6-4, and then error on the throw.
So E4 on that one. So you did get your error finally.
Yes.
That was against the good guys, though.
Yeah.
Blazak steps up, his second at bat to the ball game. He walked in the first, got around to third. This pitch swung on a miss. Boy, that was a hefty fastball. I wish I had the stats. Joel Norman, when he's in the booth here, he has the stats during the game. He can tell you how fast that pitch is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking through the stats that you gave me beforehand, and it was talking about the hardest hit balls.
Yeah, right. 107 miles an hour, I think, was the hardest hit ball, but the AppleSox's pitch fouled away. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So there's 2 outs in the inning. 2 runs are in. And a count of ball and 2 strikes on Zach Blazak, shortstop for the Pippins. Pitch on the way, misses high. If you're wondering what a Pippin is, it's a type of apple.
Yes.
A green apple, but not a Granny Smith. 2-2 the count to Blazak, and the pitch on the way is missing outside for ball 3. So a few walks here to start the ball game for Ryan Martinez. He's got 3 walks here so far, 2 in the first frame, and 1 here in the second.
Yeah, walks and errors always come back to bite you.
Absolutely. Pitch on the way as the runner goes. Pitch swung on a foul back into the screen behind home plate, and the count remains at 3-2. As back to first goes Owen Egan.
Yeah, we got full count,
So,
2 outs here.
Brandon, coach, tell me, that was a foul ball. Does he not have to re-tag the bag at first before he can lead off again? Because he did not. You don't have to do that?
No, you don't.
Okay.
No.
All right. 3-2 count to Blazak. Runner again goes. Pitch swung on and fouled back as you hear it ricochet off the net behind home plate.
And you see here, too, the first baseman, traditionally he'd be holding them on, but with a full count, 2 outs, he's going to be playing back.
Sure.
So plays in his
to get the out.
hip pocket right here, and then you'll see him release backwards on this hip pocket just so he doesn't get too good.
Runner goes again. Pitch swung on again and again fouled away. And that would be close to going into that hot tub I was telling you about. That was here years ago at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. It was a promotion. Jim Corcoran, the owner back in the day, had worked the deal. I can't remember the hot tub company now. Central Washington Water, probably somebody like that. And they had a hot tub that was here at the ballpark all summer long, right behind the third base dugout. And they would actually have people sit in the hot tub. This pitch swung on and fouled away.
Good at bat here.
And the count goes to 3-2. Yeah, what a battle here between Blazak and Martinez.
Yeah, seeing so many pitches.
So the hot tub would be on, and I don't know about a hot tub when it's 100 degrees outside. But
yeah.
I'd tell them to just turn the heat off. This pitch swung on and popped up foul territory as Jonathan Fitz going to have a play on it. And he will, and he will make the catch. So that'll be the final out, but Yakima Valley scores it up. They get a couple runs on a hit to make that 2 hits. An error, and 1 man left on. We'll head to the bottom of the second, all tied at 2. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We're not affiliated with any of the network channels. We're a locally owned, locally managed television station who prides itself on being a reflection and a spotlight on the communities we call home here in North Central Washington. We need to thank our gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Your community, your family, your Town Auto Group. Thanks for watching the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Cannon Peary, Jonathan Fitz, and James Castagnola do up here for the AppleSox in their part of the second as we're all even at 2-2, along with Brandon Schmitten, Eric Granstrom with you here on the NCWLIFE Channel. First pitch of the inning misses outside for a ball. 1-0 the count to Cannon Peary, a 6'2", 210-pound sophomore out of Grand Canyon, having a good summer, batting .337 for the AppleSox. This next pitch is taken for a strike. The count even at 1-1, and Martinez for Wenatchee and Saul Schneider for the Pippins. Very quick workers on the mound.
Very quick. I love that as a coach. Get up on the mound and start throwing.
And you love that if you're the defense behind it too, right?
Yes, the worst thing is
standing around for 1-2 the count here, and the pitch misses just low for a ball.
Pitcher throws and then walks halfway to the plate to grab the ball and then
well, we
walks
should say they
back.
do have the clock here in
Yeah.
Summer League Baseball, like they do in collegiate baseball. This pitch is strike 3 called. Boy, I'll tell you, Peary thought that was inside missing, but no, he's gone looking for the first strikeout of the ball game by Ethan Saul-Schneider. And with 1 out, that brings up catcher Jonathan Fitz. It was interesting. I was reading about this day in AppleSox history, and DJ Lydyard threw the first and only single pitcher no-hitter in AppleSox history on this date.
Really? Yeah, those are tough to come by.
And I had the opportunity to call that game in Moses Lake at Larson
really?
Field. Yeah. Back when Yakima had, or when Moses Lake had a team, the Pirates.
Yep.
It swung on and hit hard but foul down the right field line. The count even to
Keller
Jonathan
was
Fitz
the
at
coach of
1-1.
that team, wasn't he?
For Moses Lake?
Yeah, I think he was the Wenatchee Valley College coach
Yes,
and the
I think so.
the Pirates coach.
Pitch on the way here, swung on a broken bat, hit to the left side, and third baseman Longo will field it and throw in time for the out.
The way he fielded that, I looked, I'm like, oh, he bobbled that, but it's that white tape on his wrist.
Yeah, and it flashed in the sunshine, I think, as he picked up the ball, and so it looked like the ball got out of his glove.
Yes.
I almost called that as well. 2 down here in the inning for the AppleSox brings up James Castagnola. Third baseman, a 6'1", 190-pound sophomore for UC Irvine, batting .290 on the summer. And first pitch he'll take for a strike. 0-1 to count here to Castagnola. And I think I mentioned it maybe to you on a broadcast, but DJ Lydyard was just tossing a gem that day. And it is the final at-bat for Moses Lake. Pitch here misses high for a ball 2-1 to count. Pitching just Jim, 9th inning, bottom of the 9th. There's 1 out and a line drive foul ball down the third baseline. Pitch here, swung on a chop towards the second baseman. He'll scoop it up and throw in time, and I'll have to finish that story when we come back because it's a 1-2-3 frame for the AppleSox here in the second. We'll head to the third inning, all tied at 2. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
It's a great time to go into the medical profession. And this is the perfect place to start because this is going to provide you that basic understanding in order to get into medical school, physical therapy school. So when you are ready to head on your career pathway, wherever it is, then you've already had some experience and say, oh, it's so cool. This is exactly what I want to do. So really, you're going to leave me with 13 college credits and a license with the state of Washington.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
AppleSox baseball here on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Caught in a conflict, family, housing, business? Call Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center at 509-888-0957 for help. All tied at 2 as we head to the top of the third. It'll be the number 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for Yakima Valley. Drew Johnson, Julian Angulo, and Dom Longo. I think Kyle Crustangel did that on purpose.
He probably did.
Screw me up with the pronunciations here.
Yeah.
Johnson's 0 for 1. He flew out to right field, and his first bat is Martinez's first pitch. Swung on a miss, and he was out in front of that one. And we saw that a couple of times here to start the second, and now in the third, pulling the string is Ryan Martinez.
Yeah.
The 0-1 pitch, swung on, popped up in the infield, right side. Who's going to call for it? Bean will call for it as he looks up into our cloudless sky here tonight at Paul Thomas. Makes the catch for the out. 1 out brings up Julian Angulo, who walked in his first plate appearance. All tied at 2 here at the ballpark. AppleSox, DJ Lydyard. It was back in 2006.
That was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, bottom of the 9th, 1 out, line drive down the third baseline, and the ball struck a fan. Pitch here is low and outside for a ball, and they stopped the game because it was serious. Hit a young lady down the third baseline. She was just beyond the dugout on the third baseline.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how Larson Field is. They get those short chain link fences that run past the dugouts.
3-footers.
Yep. And she didn't see it coming, and smack, I think it hit her right in the head. And so they stopped the game. Pitch here, swung on and chopped towards the shortstop, over to his left. Tough play, and Gonzalez makes it, throws it in time for the out. How about that? Put a star on Roberto Gonzalez. That's the second good play he's made here in this game here tonight.
Yeah.
So they stopped the game for 20 minutes.
With 2 outs.
To try with 1 out.
Oh, 1 out, okay.
Bottom of the 9th, and a no-hitter going.
Ooh.
And DJ Lydiard just stayed there on the mound. He tossed a little bit with his catcher and hung out, made it happen. He has a record still to this day, is the AppleSox record, not only for a no-hitter, but also 16 strikeouts in the game.
Holy cow.
Pitch here swung on, well struck to center field. Backing up is Hartman. He will camp under it and wait, and that'll do it for the Pippins. A 1-2-3 story in the third. So we will head to the bottom of the third and all tied at 2 here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
All tied at 2-2 here at Paul Thomas. Our broadcast brought to you by Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. You hear the fans erupt, and that's been a tradition here for a long time now. I'm trying to remember how long that's been going on. It's a number of years where the fans on the first base line basically adopt the first base coach, doesn't matter who it is, for the AppleSox, in this case Xander Orojudos. So when he runs down to his position in the first base coach's box, he gets a loud cheer. I love that.
A little round of applause. It's got to make you feel good as a coach, huh?
Yeah, definitely. So here we go, bottom of the third, and Cam Hoyland leads it off. Second pitch is a base hit just inside the bag. Rounding's first, heading for second. Here comes the throw, and it will not be in time. Offline, leadoff double for Cam Hoyland, showing you a pitcher can hit.
That's right. I was just going to say, who said pitchers can't hit? And again, a double out of the box, right? He didn't take that as let's go soft.
Well, and coach, okay, you've got a ball that's hit in front of you as you run.
Right.
That helps a lot. If you hit it to left the opposite way you're running, makes it a little harder to make that decision. You got to watch your base coach.
Yeah, and if you're going from first to third, you're picking up coach. But if a ball's in front of you, that's definitely your own decision.
Roberto Gonzalez, a chance to bring home another run here for the AppleSox. Is spinning and throwing out to second base is Saul Schneider.
Yeah, when I said first to third, if the ball's hit to right field and you're going first to third, that's definitely the coach's call. But anything to left field, that's you.
I've been saying Saul Schneider. It's Saul Scheider. So I got to get that right.
Come on.
I know.
Jeez.
I know. Just Bush League here. 1-0 the count to Gonzalez as he finally came home, did Saul Scheider. And this pitch is a strike, and the count evens at 1-1 strike to Roberto Gonzalez, who grounded out to third base back in the first in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, first pitch, too. It's good to see him take a pitch there.
Pitch here misses just outside. Well, the umpire's being consistent here. I mean, he's got a tight strike zone.
He does.
He is being consistent on those calls behind home plate. Anthony Artini is whom I'm referring to. And the pitch here swung on, and a late swing fouled away by Gonzalez. And I think he was like, oh, that's close. I better just flail at it and try to stay alive.
Well, and we were talking earlier, I can't remember if we're on air or not, but about how this pitcher's throwing. We call it sneaky quick because he hides the ball so well, and then it just gets on you. He may not be throwing it as stiff as Martinez is, but I think Martinez shows a little bit earlier, and pitcher here hides it.
Yeah, Solscheider.
Yeah.
Coming in with a record of 3-3 and beat the AppleSox here a few weeks ago. So he's, although as you watch the game tonight, if you've watched other of our broadcasts of AppleSox baseball, you're like, well, wait a minute, what happened to this guy? What happened to that guy? And a toss back to the bag at second, and back safely is Hoyland. And they're trying to see if the pitcher's going to fall asleep on the base paths, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do. But, you know, as the evolution of the West Coast League continues, you have guys for a certain time during the summertime, and then they've got commitments. They got to go somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that before the game. Benavides. He was a pitcher and pitcher, right fielder, third baseman, first baseman.
He was, your Swiss Army knife for the AppleSox.
And he was, I was sad to see that he's gone.
Max Hartman stepping up now for Wenatchee, takes the pitch. Good eye there, and the count goes to 2-0 on Max, who doubled in his first plate appearance and scored on a ground out by Aiden Dougherty after moving down to third base on a balk. 2-0 the count to him here. Hitter's pitch on the way, and he'll take. Wagged the bat, but took, and it's 3-0. And this is a guy on a hot night like this where the ball carries he'll take it out to Western Avenue. Well, I guess Western's not that way, is it?
No, that's behind us.
It would go around the earth and come back and
how about Miller?
There you go. He'll take the walk, so that puts runners at first and second for Wenatchee in a 2-2 tie, and that brings up right fielder Aiden Dougherty.
Well, and we've talked about the jet stream that you get here too. You know, the wind blows out to right field. Right.
Absolutely.
And hot.
Little breeze tonight, not a lot. Pitch here swung on, and guess what? Trying to go the right side opposite way was Aiden Dougherty, and he'll get strike one on the foul ball. Talking about DJ Lydiard, who threw that no-hitter back in 2006, it was. That was the season after he pitched for the Bellingham Bells. Pitch here swung on a foul back at the count 0-2. And he was part of the Bells team that beat Wenatchee for the championship in 2005. And Ed Nags was able to coax him this way for the 2006 season, the AppleSox winning the West Coast League Championship that year. And DJ Lydiard was a big part of that. This pitch swung on a hit to the right side, threw for a base hit, rounding third and heading for home. A run's going to score, and the slide into second is safe. Aiden Dougherty with an RBI double, his 26th of the season, his second tonight. Sox on top 3-2.
I would assume that Max would have scored on that one, but must not have got a great jump off first base there. Coach figured the throw was going to go to home too, I guess. So
Cam Hoyland, and you've got just one out in the inning so far. So why not try to build on a big inning here?
And Cloyd hit one out last at bat.
Yeah. Evan Cloyd, this one I don't think is going to reach the fence.
No, maybe the dugout.
Strike one to Evan Cloyd, as my cohort here alluded to. Brandon's 1-1 count to Cloyd, and smacked the home run opposite way over the right field wall last time out. This pitch smacked down the left field line. Base hit. Going to score one, maybe two. Hartman will jog home. Dougherty behind him, and here's the throw, and a collision at home plate, and out recorded. And a little aggressive there for the AppleSox, and not a great send by Coach Darlington on
Well, that
Dougherty.
being said, that was a great throw.
It was a great throw.
And I was paying attention to that there, and I was like, why is this guy not sliding here? Well, there was a bat in the right-handed batter's box, so there was bunch of mistakes
that
there.
Played in there. Adrian Hinojosa with that great throw from left field, by the way. That was right on a dime to Reese Schuerman behind home plate. So that was, I mean, just a bang-bang play at home.
You looked at the umpire there, too. He was about ready to ring him up, but ring him up by kicking him out of the game for running into him. But there was no malicious
intent. And, good sign by Dougherty. He reached down to the catcher and helped pull him up, and, good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Brady Bean stepping up for the AppleSox. Behind in the count 0-1 here on a foul ball. Bean was the final out back of the first when Wenatchee scored 2 runs. And now they've added 2 more to take a 4-2 lead here in the third.
See if he can't get his first base hit, RBI here.
University of Portland product in the right-handed batter's box with a pitch on the way to him. Swung on and hit hard, but just foul up the third baseline. That would have scored another run.
That would have, yeah.
0-2 the count here to Brady. And that's got to be tough, too, for a guy that's coming in midstream like this. You know, you don't know anybody. You're coming in here.
Yeah.
And, you know, you might be familiar with a couple of faces, but you want to impress. This pitch swung on a chop to the shortstop. High hop off the glove. Runner's going to hold at third on the play, and Paul Thomas Senior Field advantage home team.
Yeah, that thing bounced hard there.
Blazak, no chance at that one. I mean, it looked like it hit a trampoline right in front of him.
Yeah. And they've got to give that a hit.
Okay. I was just going to say, Coach, how do you score that one?
Well, Bean's only second at bat. The guy's got to hit 500 at some time.
Congratulations to Brady Bean, infield single. I think the way he was hoofing it down the baseline, I think he would have got there anyway. Pitch on the way here, swung on and fouled back. And a count 0-1 to Cannon Peary. So runners at the corners now for Wenatchee with 2 runs in already. Trying to add to it here. With 2 down.
Looking up the scoreboard there, we've got 6 hits already on the night.
Yeah, it's been a hitful night, not a fitful night.
Yeah.
Pitch high for ball 1-1 to count.
And you know, you go back to
4 hits in this inning already.
Yeah, Brady Bean there trying to impress, and sometimes you try and do a little bit more than what you should. And,
hard to just kind of breathe. All right.
Yeah.
This is my game. I'm not going to try to play somebody else's game.
Exactly.
2-1 to count to Peary here with runners on the corners. We'll see if Mr. Bean decides, just what I was thinking too. The pitcher thought the same thing about going over to keep an eye on Mr. Bean over there at first base. I like it. Doesn't even brush the dirt off his pants before he retakes his lead.
It's got to make his mom proud.
3-1 to count here to Peary. Again, Saul Scheider working from the stretch. Pitch on the way is outside for ball 4. So bases jammed here for Wenatchee. As down to second will go Bean. Peary at first, and that brings up catcher Jonathan Fitz. AppleSox Baseball brought to you in part by Harvest Valley Pest Control. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control for a free estimate, 509-423-2207. That's 509-423-2207. Pitch on the way is a strike on the outside corner.
Right around the plate there.
Fitz 0 for 1 tonight, grounded out to third. Back in the second. We're in the third. It's a 4-2 Wenatchee lead. Pitch here right down the middle. And the count now 0-2 to Mr. Fitz.
See, he's gone away twice with the fastball. See if he goes inside, or excuse me, with the curveball. See if he goes inside here. No?
Nope. Foul ball as Fitz just reaches out and gets a piece of it. So the count remains at 0-2 to Jonathan. Saul Scheider ready, and the left-hander's delivery. High.
He's wanting to stay away from him, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, at this point of the season, everybody's got a look and, a spray
scouting report,
on each hitter. Pitch on the way is inside for a ball. Saul Scheider, kind of a little hop and a skip after that, thinking he had strike 3. Count, though, even now at 2-2. Cloyd at third, Bean at second, Peary at first. And a 2-2 count on Jonathan Fitz. Pitch on the way is swung on and hit to center field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and I think that may have fooled Blythewood out there. 2 runs are going to score for the AppleSox. They lead it 6-2.
We'll take that right there.
Couple of RBIs for Jonathan Fitz on just a little soft serve to center field, and who doesn't want some ice cream right now?
I tell you, on that play right there, he needs in my opinion, he needs to come up and be aggressive on that. Like you said, I think he misread that, but he's got to come up and make a diving play on that, because he catches that, you save yourself 2 runs. He doesn't catch it, well, you got guys at second and third instead of first and second. Is all that's going to happen, because it wasn't hit extremely hard there.
Unless it goes past him on that dive, and then it's in no man's land and everybody just keeps running.
Yeah, but the velocity of that ball, it was dying pretty quick, I think. So.
Sure. Fouled away by Castagnola. 9th man to come to the plate for the AppleSox here in this frame. So we were cruising right along even with runs scored, and now this half inning taking a while. 1-1 to count to Castagnola.
Which is fine if the bottom half takes a long time.
Pitch,
we don't want the top half to take.
Yeah, goes to a ball and 2 strikes. We'll catch you up to date on some of the other games that are going on across the West Coast League coming up, as we are now, actually, I think I read there are only 18 games left of the season here, and this pitch in and hit the batter. And so Castagnola will get a free pass, and that'll reload the bases for the AppleSox, and they'll bat around here in the 3rd inning. So Cam Hoyland had the double down the right field line, and first we're going to get a conversation on the mound. I don't see anybody warming up, so this truly will be a conversation. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Club Crow Bar and Grill, home of the Blues, Brews, and Barbecue. Poker every Monday and Wednesday night. Check out their website at clubcrowcashmere.com for upcoming events. A little trivia. Club Crow and Cashmere. I don't know if you're a bar goer or not there, Brandon, but Club Crow and Cashmere has the longest bar in the state of Washington.
Really?
Its length is, I think, 100 feet long or something.
Holy cow.
It's ridiculous how long that bar is.
Must be curved a little bit, huh?
No, completely straight. Yeah. And you'd think it's right downtown Cashmere. You'd go, well, how can that be? Those buildings are small. There's no way. Well, it's a deep building, and that bar goes forever.
Wow.
Yeah. So here we go. Cam Hoyland steps back up with the bases loaded. This pitch misses low and in the dirt for a ball. Pitching coach pitching coach for Yakima Valley out there was Johnny Graham to talk to his starter Ethan Salscheider. Pitch here, swung on, grounded to the first baseman, bobbles it, trying to find some help, and no, it's not going to get there. And now we got the AppleSox caught between. 1 run's going to score for sure. Here comes another run to try to come home, and they're finally going to get it out. And this inning will come to an end, but the AppleSox tag on 1 more run as Peary comes home on the play on the bobble over there at first base. And the AppleSox plate 5 in the inning. They lead at 7-2. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
My name is Anna Marie. I've lived at Prestige here for 6.5 years, and I love it. They just made you feel so welcome. I love my room. I get 3 meals a day, do as I darn well want to. I've loved it ever since I moved in.
Mom's a wonderful, wonderful lady. She deserved the very best, and I got it for her here at Prestige.
My name's Nick Dirk, and I've been a cinematographer-photographer for over 10 years. I got my start at the Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center. Without the Tech Center, I wouldn't have got my first job in media production 3 months after I graduated high school.
My name is Charlie Voris, and I own Vortex Productions. My work has taken me on exciting adventures all around the world, and I got my start at Wenatchee Valley Tech.
Hey, my name is Oli Mingo, and I'm the Executive Director at Heirloom Creatives in Wenatchee. I am so thankful for Wenatchee Valley Tech to be able to have my dream career.
Well, the AppleSox score 5 runs as they bring 10 batters to the plate in the 3rd inning and get a little help from some defensive gaffes there, at least 1. They do leave a couple of runners on the base paths as we head to the 4th inning of play here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. 7-2 our score now as Yakima Valley will bring Reese Schuerman, their catcher, Adrian Hinojosa, and Spencer Shipman due up here in the 4th inning, along with Brandon Schmitten and Eric Granstrom on the NCWLIFE Channel, and it has turned out to be a lovely.
Oh, it's beautiful out here. Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to the next 2 days. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
What, 104 tomorrow? 109 on Sunday.
Yeah.
104 on Monday, and then
Keep
finally
hydrated, my friends.
Yeah, things finally cool down. Speaking of which, I need to take a drink of water. So Schuerman up, and the first pitch to him is right down the middle for a called strike. 0-1 to count. Schuerman 0 for 1, grounded to third back in the second. So as a coach, you have a guy that came up earlier. Do you talk to your third baseman, say, okay, it came to you last time?
Yeah, I do. And you know, you were talking about spray charts earlier, and that's how I keep these things. Is I have my spray chart here, and so I'll keep this from the time a kid's a freshman or 8th grader when we're playing against them, and it's amazing the tendencies that they have, and very rarely do they go away from those tendencies. So, yeah, definitely. We'll move the outfield to where they need to be adjusted due to the spray charts, and it makes it nice.
This pitch swung on a hit hard to right field on a hop. It's going to go past the glove of Dougherty out there. Runner's going to hold it first, though, because Max Hartman did a great job backing up on the play.
He did.
So a single, and could have been an error moving the runner up, but no. Schuerman's going to hold up at first base, and that was a hard hit ball to right field for sure.
That was.
Let's get some other scores from you from the West Coast League tonight. Bellingham leading Port Angeles. This is in the top of the 5th, 3-1. You've got Portland in Kelowna leading the Falcons 4-1. That's in the bottom of the 5th. Cowlitz is on top of Walla Walla at home tonight, 5-1 in the bottom of the 5th. This pitch is going to be a home run to right field unless it falls short and is caught. How about that?
It'll be a home run unless
it's caught. It's too high. It's too high. Major league reference there. 1 out. Aiden Dougherty does a nice job tracking that one down, unlike your announcer's eyeballs. So 1 out. Runner holds at first base and then brings up Spencer Shipman. See, I was casting my gaze at the
you were
at the keyboard in front of me here. Nanaimo leading in Kamloops tonight in the bottom of the 7th, 2-1 in that one.
That
This
ball's
is
hit well too.
tagged to left field. Going to take a hop and be gathered out there by Cam Hoyland. He'll whip it back in time to keep the runners right where they are. First and second with a couple of base hits. Hard hit balls off of Ryan Martinez.
Yeah.
And the
last
AppleSox
3.
quickly flushed some bodies down towards the bullpen area.
Good decision there.
Yeah.
Well, and this is going to go back to, you know, he doesn't have a win on the year.
Right.
You know?
Yep. So 2 on, 1 out brings up Owen Egan, who hit a ball hard on a base hit. And now we're going to get Tyler Cali to come out and maybe stall a little bit to get some bodies warm down in the bullpen. One thing nice about this hot weather, shouldn't take a kid too long to warm up, especially if you've got probably 2-3 pitchers. Okay, you're starting, you're going to come in, you're going to come in, and you might come in.
Yeah, you have it all laid out previous to the game. And
let's get you up to date on some other scores here. Ridgefield leading Victoria tonight at home at the Outdoor Recreation Complex. That's in the bottom of the 5th, 3-0. Corvallis, how about the Knights? My gosh, can anybody top them? I mean, 12-1, they lead over Bend at home tonight. That's in the bottom of the 4th.
That's crazy.
That is just, they batted all over the place there. And no score for Edmonton and Springfield. That one looks like there might be problems with the home score as far as Edmonton is concerned. Get you up to date on Mariners as well as they take on Houston tonight in a size large series at T-Mobile Park here this weekend.
Yeah, 3-0. Not good.
This pitch, a line drive to third, going to double up. If they can get in, they do. Yes.
That's athletic right there, isn't
wow.
it?
How about the play by Brady Bean? That's impressive.
Yes.
On a throw from Castagnola that was high on the line drive. So it's a L5-4 double play. Not your traditional double play, but the AppleSox will take it and then retires the side. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Sox on top 7-2. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hi, my name is Courtney, and AmeriCorps has given me the opportunity to change careers, learn new skills, and serve my community in a meaningful way. I am so glad that I chose AmeriCorps.
My service with AmeriCorps has allowed me to make a difference in the lives of people that I wouldn't have otherwise made.
My service in AmeriCorps allowed me make huge impact to community having fun.
AmeriCorps gave me the opportunity to serve and use my skills for the greater good. I highly recommend serving with AmeriCorps. You will change your life.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you by the Chelan Douglas Community Action Council and AmeriCorps. Build your professional experience and network. Share your skills and passion to improve North Central Washington. Join a team of 30-plus volunteers who get paid to make a difference. Learn more at Apple and apply at cdcac.org/AmeriCorps today. So we are to the fourth inning of play. My score sheet's all messed up thanks to the AppleSox bringing 10 men to the plate in their last inning. But Roberto Gonzalez leads it off, takes first pitch.
We've got a new hitter in there.
Oh, okay. Not Roberto?
No.
All right.
Let's see here. Number 5.
Number 5
for
would
us
be
is Kanoa
Morisaki. So Morisaki will hit a ball to left center and over to his right. Blythewood will make the catch for the out. So that's a fly out to center for Morisaki. And with one out, that brings up Max Hartman. Sox scored 2 in the first, 5 more in the third as they brought 10 men to the plate. Yakima Valley was able to tie the game momentarily in the second inning with 2 runs. This pitch misses high. Good take by Hartman. Max is 1 for 1 of the ball game, already scored twice, doubled and walked. Pitch here, swung on a well-hit ball to right center field. That's going to get down and get to the fence. Hartman rounding first, heading for second, and he will coast in with a stand-up double with 1 out here in the 4th inning. Max Hartman just tearing the ball and the cover right off of it.
Yeah, hitting the ball really well tonight. Well, all year, I guess. Not just tonight alone.
That gives him 8 doubles on the season with 2 tonight. Another guy who's got a double to his credit and a couple of RBIs. Aiden Dougherty steps in now for the AppleSox. And the pitch to him. Swung on and hit to center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Hartman had to hold on, and now he's going to have to hold up at third base because he didn't know if that second baseman, Shipman, was chasing after it, and there was a chance he could have got a glove on it.
Yeah, and then that's an easy double play right there.
Exactly. So Hartman down to third. Dougherty aboard with a base hit.
So now if I'm looking at my spray chart, Dougherty, he is 3 for 3 right at the second baseman. So
sure,
you know,
all 3 at bats
in that general
right
area. So yeah, I'm going to make an adjustment or probably move my shortstop over a little bit.
Evan Cloyd's having a night as he takes the first pitch for a strike. He's got a home run, a double, has scored twice, and 2 RBI. Not a bad night for Mr. Cloyd.
No, not too bad at all.
0-1 pitch to him. He is swung on, popped up a mile high. This one is going to be an opportunity for a play in foul territory for the first baseman. And it'll be Angulo who will make the catch in foul territory. So that's the second out for the AppleSox, and that'll bring up Brady Bean. Brady got his first base hit, infield single on a weird hop out there for Blazak at shortstop. Both times, you talk about spray chart, both times Bean has gone to the shortstop.
Yep. Yeah, and we were talking about trying to overdo too here. So we'll see. His last at bat, he was throwing a ball outside and pulled it down the left field line. Now I don't know if that's his normal thought process, you know, pull, but that's one where if you're comfortable with your swing, you just hit the ball the other way.
This pitch swung on and chopped off the plate, foul.
Except that line drive the other way, you know, like Dougherty's been doing. He's been going line drive the other way. Might as well do that.
Well, and that to me, and you watch the major leagues and you watch the troubles that our center fielder for Seattle has had so far this season, Julio Rodriguez, you know, and they talk about it all the time. When he starts hitting the other way, he's seeing the ball well and seeing the ball well to left field. And how about caught? Right?
Home run unless it gets caught.
No, I didn't say it that time. A fly out deep to left, and Hinojosa makes the catch right in front of the wall out there in left field in front of the Apple FM sign. We'll take a break and come back. You are watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel with your score, Sox on top 7-2.
Lifeline Ambulance has partnered with Wenatchee Valley Tech to provide EMT certification training within the high school. This opens up career opportunities in EMS, fire, and other medical fields, and gives these students a leg up when entering the workforce.
Students at Wenatchee Valley Tech, through our partnership with Lifeline Ambulance, can now earn their National Registry EMT certification.
Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We're not affiliated with any of the network channels. We're a locally owned, locally managed television station who prides itself on being a reflection and a spotlight on the communities we call home here in North Central Washington. We need to thank our gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Your community, your family, your Town Auto Group. Thanks for watching the NCWLIFE Channel.
Top of the order, due up for Yakima Valley, Toussaint Bythewood, Zach Blazak, and Drew Johnson. As we're in a 7-2 contest here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. AppleSox baseball brought to you in part by Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. Apple Valley Honda committed to preserving the environment, not only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also with other eco-friendly actions and alternatives at Apple Valley Honda. Bythewood is 0 for 2 so far. He's hit on the ground twice to the left side of the infield, so look out, boys, on the left side.
Yep.
Pitch on the way here by our starter is swung on and foul. The count 0-1 to Bythewood. I forgot to check to see if we got a new shortstop in there for Wenatchee after a pinch hitter.
Yeah, it looks like it. The Morisaki. Yeah.
So Kanoa Morisaki is the new shortstop for the AppleSox. Pitch even here to our batter, and it goes now in the batter's advantage at 2-1 as Bythewood takes. He grounded out to third in the first, grounded out to short in the second, and the pitch on the way. Swung on and chopped off the plate. Tough play for Morisaki. Decision. Welcome to the game, and he'll throw out in time.
And that's that one where you just gotta make up your mind early. You see that ball bounce high, you've got to come and get it. That's one where we were talking about the error, where I would have called it an error. I think he should have come and got the hop before, and then he doesn't get that bad situation there.
1 out in the inning brings up shortstop Zach Blazak. Blazak 0 for 1, walked in the first, got around as far as third, but couldn't score. Pitch here is swung on a miss. Boy, that's a fantastic pitch by Ryan Martinez.
I'm surprised he doesn't use that more often.
Yeah, exactly, especially on that first pitch.
Yeah.
The guy comes in, he's all geared up for a fastball, and then pulls the string on it. This pitch misses low and inside for a ball. Martinez, no record so far in the season. This is his fourth start. And in his 3 previous starts, the AppleSox have won all those games. This pitch is swung on and grounded through to center field for a base hit.
Yeah, but like we were talking earlier, you got to go the 5 innings in order to get the win in a 9-inning game. Yep, 4 in high school, but 5.
What they're trying to get him here, as Yakima Valley gets a man aboard with a base hit and 1 out, and that brings up Drew Johnson, and it looks like he will not get that chance again here tonight as Mitch Darlington comes out to make a pitching change. We'll take a 60-second break and come back, tell you who the new pitcher is, as the AppleSox fans give a hand to a man who is done pretty well tonight. Ryan Martinez comes out of the game after giving up a couple of runs. We'll take a break, come back. New pitcher in next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Well, I'm looking up here above the press box at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, and one thing that they do here for the fans to keep track of strikeouts is they put basically a Christmas sock. It's a AppleSox fastened sock that's out on the, or a stocking, if you will.
Yes.
It's put on the clothesline here from the press box, and not a single strikeout.
No.
Ryan Martinez in his 4 1/3 innings of work. He did have 3 walks. And right now is giving up the 2 runs on 5 hits. And the new pitcher into the ball game is David James. David James, a 6'4", 195-pound junior from St. Bonaventure. He is 3-0 on the season with a 4.15 earned run average. Has 13 strikeouts, 5 walks. This is his 9th appearance of the summer. Has pitched 13 innings for the AppleSox. And you were saying as you watched him warm up, what
he
there,
throws
Coach?
hard.
He throws hard.
He does throw hard.
Okay. Well, Martinez was able to bring it a little bit.
Yes, he was.
There.
Yeah.
So we'll see how David James will deal with the Pippins lineup, as Drew Johnson will be the first to face him. Drew is 0 for 2 with a fly out to right and a pop out to second base. Runner at first, Blazak, with a short lead from the bag at first, is working from the stretch is David James. And the first pitch by the tall right-hander is a fastball high and away, as squaring to bunt was Johnson.
That was a good decision there, because now that third baseman has dropped in about 15 feet closer, so taking away a lot of range. So he probably didn't have a thought at all about dropping down a drag bunt there, but just makes him respect it.
Close play on the throw over to keep Blazak close to the bag. Sox up 7-2, Yakima Valley. Batting here in the top of the 5th. Pitch on the way is a fastball high for ball 2.
Yeah, it'd be fun if they had the miles per hour up on the scoreboard somewhere.
Yeah.
You know they have to be keeping track of it, right?
Certainly they are. The 2-0 pitch by James on the way, swung on and hit a mile high to right field. The park will hold it, and in is, oh my, close play out there for Dougherty. I guess there was a little puff of magic dust that happened out there for Dougherty.
Yeah.
But he's able to make the catch for the out. So 2 outs in the 5th, and that brings up Julian Angulo.
Well, he was on a dead sprint in on that. Almost overran that play.
Yeah. Well, on a night like this where it is warm and there is a little breeze blowing to right, look how deep Dougherty is playing out there in right field. He is, what, about 6-7 feet from the warning track.
The warning track, yeah.
Angulo 0 for 1, walked and grounded out to short. 2 outs in the inning. Pitch on the way, swung on and hit foul.
A little behind that one, wasn't he?
0-1 the count, and you talked about it. He's bringing some gas here. Let's see if we can get the game live here and see if they're giving us any speeds. That would be fun.
That would be.
Like game live is it working? Yeah, it is working. This pitch is low and outside for a ball. 1-1 to count to Angulo.
There are a couple pitches behind us.
They are. And I'm also not seeing anything here about miles per hour. So we're a little behind on the West Coast League site. Point streak. This pitch is a fastball. Boy, it snapped the webbing in the glove of catcher
really
Jonathan Fitz, but all that does is produce a lot of dust for a ball. 2-1 to count with 1 out and a runner aboard. 2 outs, I should say. And the 2-1 pitch by James to Angulo. Swung on and hit foul, so that'll even the count at 2-2. And well, that was a hefty fastball as well.
Yes, it was.
And this is that time of the night too, where it's a little difficult to see out here. The lights are on at Paul Thomas, but it's that in between hour,
right,
where the lights aren't doing anything, and sun has sunk over the horizon to our west, and so You got to have young, good eyes. Unlike what I got. The 2-2 pitch on the way. That is a curveball that didn't look like it came out of the hand correctly.
Yeah.
And the count goes to 3-2 to Angulo. And this is, you know, we talk about West Coast League Baseball. This is a chance for a lot of these guys to work on stuff and to, you know, some of them haven't played maybe in a year or 2 years because of redshirt or whatever the situation may be.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of guys in front of them. Runner from first goes, pitch on the way, swung on, a line drive, snared over there at first base by Evan Cloyd. Beauty.
And he was doing the exact same thing that we talked about earlier, be in his hip pocket and then vacate backwards and got him into a position there where he could make a play.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
Good coaching right there and good fundamentals by Evan Cloyd. So the side retired will head to the bottom of the fifth. Sox on top 7-2. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
In Digital Media Arts program, we learn about video production gear and editing by the combination of class projects and nonprofit work and employment.
It makes things happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty magical.
We work in the industry at the Wenatchee Road, NCWLIFE Channel, and the Town Toyota Center events. Every day we work with industry standard equipment for a hands-on learning experience.
Well, here we go to the bottom of the fifth inning of play. AppleSox will bring up their number 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Cannon Peary, Jonathan Fitz, and James Castagnola. At least that's who's planned to come up here in the fifth. And the first pitch is a little inside for a ball. Do we have a new pitcher for Yakima Valley?
Nope.
Still Saul Scheider?
Yeah.
Okay. Pitch on the way is a little outside for ball.
I would assume they're going to have a short leash on him here, though.
Saul Scheider facing Peary, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout to walk, and he scored. This pitch is a strike called, and the count goes to 2-1.
If the catcher can't catch it, it shouldn't be a strike.
The 2-1 pitch on the way is right down the middle for a called strike, and the count goes to 2-2. Catch you up to date on some scores throughout the West Coast League coming up. Also get you the latest on the Mariners. Late swing here, but somehow he's able to get
that off.
Hey, how is that late swing yet he's in front of it?
Fisted.
2-2 count to Peary. And the pitch on the way is inside. Got him to scoot back away from that one. Count runs full at 3-2. Jonathan Fitz, James Castagnola also did up here for Wenatchee. And this pitch swung on it, chopped off the plate, and a tough play. Backhanding it is the shortstop. Throw to first, dug out nicely. How about that play for Zach Blazak and across the way to Angulo.
That was a nice play there. And that was the one where I was talking about where you got to come and get it, and he got that right off the hop. So you always teach, catch the ball as it's coming down or immediately when it hits the ground. Don't ever try and catch it when it's coming up because you don't know what it's going to do.
Right, exactly.
And if you throw in some math terms there, you know, it's just following a parabolic curve.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, wait a minute. You don't teach math.
I think I do, yeah.
Oh. Fitz fouls the first pitch off 0-1 to count to him here. And the lefty's delivery is strike 2 called. So Saul Scheider doing a good job here. And I'm sure that Yakima Valley would like to try to save some arms for the rest of this series this weekend. This pitch misses low.
Yeah, and you never know how deep their bullpen is this time. Well, I keep on saying this time of year, but shoot, any time of the year, right? Because
yeah, exactly.
It bounces around.
Exactly. Even the count now to Fitz at 2-2. Saul Scheider gets the sign from his catcher, Schuerman, and the pitch on the way, swung on a grounded to the shortstop. Going to be a tough hop. And scooping it up, throwing over in time. Nice play again by Blazak out there. And believe me, this surface is not the easiest surface to play on. You can get some really weird hops here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, and Blazak handled that well, especially as he's roaming to his right, had to come back to his, or he's roaming to his left, had to come back to his right.
That ball skipped a little bit.
It did.
On him.
2 outs here, brings up the third baseman, Castagnola. He'll swing and miss at the first pitch, 0-1 to count. James is 0 for 1 tonight, grounded out to second and was hit by a pitch in the third. The pitch
You know,
here, misses
you watch
outside.
Major League Baseball and they make it look so easy. Now,
Oh.
granted, they are the elite, but their fields that they play on are just
immaculate.
tremendous. Yeah.
Pitch here grounded to third, and it's a 1-2-3 inning as Longo is able to throw out Castagnola. And so the AppleSox retired in order here for the second time tonight. We'll head to the 6th inning of play. Wenatchee still leads at 7-2. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Check out ClubProCashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
Well, let's get you up to date on what's happening around the West Coast League here tonight as we are a 7-2 contest heading to the 6th here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Bellingham leads Port Angeles. That's in the top of the 6th, 3-1. It is a tie game now between Kelowna and Portland up north of the border, 4-4. That one's in the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th as well in Cowlitz, where the Black Bears lead Walla Walla 5-1. Nanaimo in Kamloops leading it in the bottom of the 9th inning. Last chance for the North Paws. 2-1 the score in that one. Ridgefield edging Victoria at home right now. Raptors on top of the Harbor Cats 3-2. That's in the top of the 7th. Corvallis all over Bend tonight. That's in the bottom of the 6th. 12-1 that score. As it's a 7-2 ball game here. Edmonton and Springfield, they're just saying pregame here. May have been a delay for some reason in Edmonton tonight.
Yeah, it would have to be because they're behind us time-wise.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how far north is Edmonton? I mean, it stays daylight pretty late there these days.
Solid point, yeah.
First at-bat here in the 6th is a 1-0 count. This pitch goes all the way to the backstop. Look out, Donald James.
Yeah, they could be doing a midnight game, I guess, right?
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be. Mariners, by the way, trail Houston in the bottom of the 5th inning, 3-0. Again, Seattle just struggling offensively mightily. In fact, let's check the game here and see if they have any hits. How about 3 hits tonight? And 3 errors defensively.
Oh, that's good.
This pitch swung on and hit hard right to the shortstop. Scooping it up is Horasaki, and he'll throw over in time. Nice job by the replacement shortstop here for the AppleSox. Kano Morisaki with the play. So 1 out here in the 6th. That brings up Reese Schuerman. Reese is 1 for 2 tonight with a ground out to third and a base hit to right in his last plate appearance in the 4th inning. Donald James continuing to relieve here for the starter tonight, Ryan Martinez for the AppleSox. And a pitch on the way. Look out high with that one. 1-0 the count.
Yeah, I think that's his slider there that he's throwing in.
Yeah, it's not quite snapping for him.
Well, it almost appears that he's trying to throw it too hard.
Okay.
You know?
So his release point is off?
Yeah.
This pitch swung on, popped up a mile high and out of play. And the count even to Schuerman at 1-1.
And you want to throw a slider a lot harder than you want to throw a curveball. But at the same time, it looks like he's just, like you said, his release point is
up high rather than coming down and kind of snapping it. You can close the books on Ryan Martinez, by the way, for the AppleSox tonight.
Had a good game again.
He will not have a say in this one because now the pitcher of record would be David James. This pitch misses low for a ball. But Ryan goes 4 1/3, gives up 2 runs on 5 hits. Only one of those runs was earned. No strikeouts and 3 walks. Another solid outing for Ryan Martinez. Pitch here is swung on and fouled back, and the count even to Schuerman at 2-2. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call 509-662-6842 to, it's the time of year you need your air conditioning.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
for sure. That number again, 509-662-6842. 2-2 pitch on the way from Donald James to the plate is a fastball high.
We had it one time go out on us. We were up at the lake and came back down. Our house was like 85 degrees. And there was no breeze, no nothing.
And it was too late to call anybody, I'm sure.
Yeah. Luckily, I have a friend in the industry, and he was able to come out and help us out the next day. So.
Oh, James thought he had strike 3, and no, ball 4. So a runner on here with 1 out for Yakima Valley. That brings up Adrian Hinojosa. Hinojosa 1 for 2 tonight. He scored the Pippins' first run of the game back in the second, as Yakima Valley was able to tie it after Wenatchee scored 2 in the first frame. And that was the last time it was tied, as Wenatchee came back and scored 5 in the third. This pitch swung on, and a fly ball to shallow center. Long run for Hartman. Max still on the pedal will make the catch for the out. That was a long jaunt out there.
That was, yeah. Hearing that right there, it wasn't a broken bat, but it sounded like it was awful close. We had a baseball tournament this 4th of July over in Spokane, and so I contacted my friend that's the clubhouse manager of the Spokane Indians, and we got to go into the clubhouse during the game.
Cool.
And we were looking, and right as you come out of the club or the dugout, you walk in to the clubhouse, and there's bat racks where kids have all their bats.
Sure.
The one guy had 21 bats in his little box. A little bit different than what I think they've got going on here.
Yeah. 21 bats.
21 bats, yeah.
1-0 the count to Shipman here, and this pitch is a strike. Evens the count, 1-1. 2 outs in the inning. Runner at first base is Reese Schuerman.
So yeah, that was a cool experience, because I was able to bring a couple of the players that we were coaching into the clubhouse and
toss to the bag at first. Close play over there.
And
how fun!
Yeah, it was really neat. So kids got to see the locker room and see some of these guys, like Eric Karos's son was on the team, and so
the Spokane. Who are the affiliate now?
The
Brewers?
No, excuse me. The Rockies.
The
Rockies,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colorado used to have Tri-Cities was one of their teams.
Yeah, and San Diego was there too, because I remember Mitch Canham, the Oregon State coach, he was drafted by the Padres, and then his first season he played up there for the. Oh no, excuse me, he was down in he was down somewhere else, came up there to play. So yep, you may be correct on that.
1-2 the count to Shipman here.
Ooh,
and a swing and a miss.
That
and
was
our
a slider
first
there,
strikeout of the ball game comes as the final out here in the 6th. The first strikeout for the Sox pitching staff. We will head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Wenatchee on top 7-2. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
To the bottom of the 6th inning we go. Sox on top 7-2, and looks like we've got a new pitcher out there for Yakima Valley. As I grab my water bottle instead of my binoculars. Just trying to pick up the number. You say 33?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll see how that matches up with my roster here as I try to get my eyes back together and get them under my ear and then the headphone back on my ear. I know it's
Carl Moland Kovash from Whitman College.
6'6", 215-pound sophomore with a 0-1 record, a 2.93 earned run average, 11 strikeouts, 11 walks on the season for Mr. Moland Kovash. Second pitcher of the night for the Pippins. So 5 innings for Solscheider tonight. He's given up the 7 runs, and not all of those are earned, I can tell you that. What, 9 hits for the AppleSox? Is that how many we have up on the board? They're not showing us on the board right now.
I don't think that they gave them in. Oh, yeah, they did have the couple errors, didn't they? The throwing error to first base.
There was an error on the first baseman at one point in time that allowed 1 run to score.
Yeah.
So what, 6 of the 7 were earned. And trying to go through his numbers here. Did he walk anybody? I think in that third frame.
He walked Cannon Perry walked
2, hit a batter.
Max walked also.
And his
strikeouts
1,
2.
So 5 innings, 7 runs, 9 hits, 6 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts for Solscheider. And again, Carl Moland Kovash taking over on the mound now. As he will face Cam Hoyland, and our umpire on the base pass had to take a little break himself. You know, and I'm surprised we don't see that more, with actually taking a break longer to allow everybody to get hydrated when it's hot weather like this. Pitch on the way is a strike called.
Hydrated or
to well, the other side too.
Yes.
You know,
undo your hydration.
When you're trying to stay hydrated, there is the other element to that. 0-1 the count to Hoyland here. This pitch is taken for a strike at the count 0-2.
This is effortless by this pitcher
delivery.
right here. Yes. Mechanically very sound.
Moland Kovash. The 0-2 pitch swung on and chopped back over the mound. Shortstop will field on a hop and throw in time to get the out. So the first time Cam Hoyland is retired as the first out in the 6th. Back to the top of the order here for the AppleSox. This was Roberto Gonzalez, and now for the AppleSox it'll be Morisaki. He came in and actually batted in the 4th inning as well. Flew out to center field. And Morisaki's looking at the first pitch, strike. That was a delayed call by the home plate umpire. 0-1 to count to Morisaki. I hope Roberto Gonzalez is okay. Now, he batted a couple of times, made a couple of defensive plays out there at shortstop, and then he was pulled from the game. This pitch is a strike called on the inside corner. 0-2 the count.
I don't think he had the greatest of at-bats, though.
No.
Ground ball went on the first pitch and then struck out, so.
0-2 the count to Morisaki, who's batting .294 on the summer for the AppleSox. And the pitch on the way to him is inside, almost hit him.
It hit something. That microphone down there.
Almost.
I don't know if it hit the catcher's glove was the sound, or if it hit off the umpire's chest protector.
I think it hit off the umpire's chest protector. That's a good thing, because that was a hefty fastball.
Yeah, it was.
1-2 pitch on the way to Morisaki, and that inside and hit him. And that's something, Coach, if the ball hits the ground first and still hits the batter, that's still a hit batsman, right?
Yep, still a hit batsman, but remember Ichiro, he used to swing at those every once in a while and get a base hit out of them. So it's still a live ball.
Yeah, he just treated it like cricket, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He was a little bit better than most.
Yeah.
Hand-eye coordination-wise.
You know, and the thing about Ichiro is he's still involved with the Mariners, very involved with the Mariners on a daily basis. And if you go to T-Mobile Park and you are lucky to get there early, you're going to see most likely Ichiro out there fielding grounders, working out, playing the outfield, and if you're really lucky, you might see him taking a bat in the batter's cage.
Yeah.
he looks like he could still play.
Oh, he probably could. I mean, he's got to be one of the most flexible people in sports, right?
Amazing, amazing. 2-0 the count here quickly to Max Hartman. Couple of doubles tonight for Max. Pitch on the way is a fastball.
You know, when he was playing, he ate the exact same thing every day. Like for pregame, he would go in and I think he had like 5 chicken wings or something like that his personal chef would cook them, and he would sit there and eat those, and he would have the same exact meal every day.
4-pitch walk given up to Max Hartman. So runners at first and second for the AppleSox with 1 down, and that brings up Aiden Dougherty.
He's having a day. Max Hartman, four times on base, 2 doubles and 2 walks.
Yeah. Although he and Angulo, the first baseman, getting their first chance to visit with each other because he's been rounding down to second every time.
Well, he did walk.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Pitch on the way here, swung on a chop to the right side of the infield, took a high hop, throw to second for 1 out. The relay to first, not going to be taken. And now a throw to third, almost airmail to the dugout.
Yeah.
Runners at the corners as they do get the out at second base, so Hartman erased.
And that's Dougherty again going to second base. That's fourth time and 4 at bat. So
2 outs for the AppleSox. That'll go down as a fielder's choice for Aiden Dougherty. He's aboard at first base. Morisaki ends up at third base on the play, and that brings up Evan Cloyd.
That was a great play by that second baseman too.
That was a
pretty nasty
runner for
hop.
first goes, curveball, and a fake throw down to second.
Great
Easily
jump.
Stolen by Aiden Dougherty out there.
Great jump there.
Dougherty, by the way, on the season for the Wenatchee AppleSox is now 15 of 17 stolen bases on the season. Now, I'm not going to say they're all kind of almost indifference there. He is a speedy individual. This pitch swung on a hit on a hop right to the second baseman. Nice play again by Spencer Shipman out there. As
had to wait for the first baseman to get over there. It was hit so hard.
That's out, yeah. That will retire the side, so the Sox get a couple aboard. They leave 2. We will head to the 7th inning of play with the AppleSox on top, 7-2. We're clear.
Yeah, we got to go.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
My name is Anna Marie. I've lived at Prestige here for 6.5 years, and I love it. They just made you feel so welcome. I love my room. I get 3 meals a day, do as I darn well want to. I've loved it ever since I moved in.
Mom's a wonderful, wonderful lady. She deserved the very best, and I got it for her here at Prestige.
As we head to the 7th inning of play, bottom of the order due up here for Yakima Valley. Owen Egan, number 9 hitter. He'll be followed by Toussaint Blythewood and Zach Blazak. AppleSox baseball brought to you in part by our gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Your community, your family, your Town Auto Group. Also by our platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling in Wenatchee. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Give them a call today at 509-662-6842. They're on the web too at alpineair.net. Air, by the way, is spelled A-I-R-E. So alpineair.net.
Not E-R-R-O-R?
No, not as in several of my announcing tonight, including a home run that wasn't to right field. This pitch is fouled away.
Uh-oh.
And
ooh, that was close to the van over there.
By the way, the van, I think they were supposed to move it, but that's okay.
Put it under a tree.
Well, we do have the pine trees that have certainly grown since AppleSox baseball started back in 2000. And thankfully, these trees do block not only the balls that come raining down. This pitch is grounded to the shortstop. Again, Morisaki playing it well out there defensively. Couple of pitches in and out as Egan is retired. Back to the top of the order for Toussaint Bythewood. Toussaint, by the way, talking about spelling, Tousssaint. Last name Bythewood. Toussaint Bythewood.
It's the first time I've ever seen that name. Toussaint.
I want to say back in college I had some econ professors that gave us reading from back in the 15th century or whatever it was. This pitch swung on by Bythewood. Fly ball to right center. Long run for both bodies out there, and Dougherty will catch it going to a knee. Nice job by him. And I want to say there was a Toussaint with the last name of Toussaint that had some sort of a econ theory on money and things like that. And I could be completely wrong because I did not do well in econ classes in college.
And that was a couple years ago.
That was, yeah, a little while ago.
3 or 4?
Zach Blazak will step up, or is it Zach? I got to make sure on this.
Number 4.
And that's him. Yep. Okay, first pitch he'll take outside from David James. Second full inning of work for James in relief here tonight for the AppleSox. Sox lead at 7-2. We're in the top of the 7th inning. The 1-0 pitch on the way is a strike. Count even now to Blazak at 1-1.
Saved.
Thank you.
Saved.
Had some paperwork that got away from me here. Gee, it stuck to my arm. I wonder why. This pitch is outside for a ball.
Yeah, it's very, very, very pleasant out here tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, man. This is when you love baseball, right? Well, you love baseball all the time, but...
Right. 2-1 pitch here is, oh my, missing somehow.
Significantly easier to watch a game on a night like tonight than in
early June
March.
when it's blowing. Well, yeah, right. But here at the ballpark for an AppleSox game, early June, those could be a little bit of a challenge.
Yes.
It could be darn cold here at the ballpark. 3-1 pitch on the way is strike 2 called. 2 outs here in the 7th inning as David James is trying to ramp up a 1-2-3 frame and put his second sock on the clothesline here behind home plate. The press box pitch on the way is missing outside for a ball. And another walk.
Second time Blazak's walk tonight.
And that is the second walk in relief here for David James. But, you know, if you're going to walk, I'd rather have you walk when there's 2 outs in than walk the leadoff guy, because too many times that runner comes around and scores.
Yeah, leadoff walks.
They're killer.
Yeah.
Drew Johnson steps up. First pitch here misses outside. And you talked about this earlier with David James in relief for the AppleSox. Looks like he's trying to throw a little bit too hard.
He is, yes.
So we
were talking about the effortlessness.
I think his mechanics here are a little off. I think he's opening up, like I know what I'm talking about, but it looks like he's opening up his shoulder there, Coach.
Yeah.
Pitch on the way here is high for a ball. 2-0 the count. And now Jonathan Fitz might see something and head out there to have a talk with his hurler.
Yeah, he's missing everything up and away. So, you know, it's really difficult for us not seeing them on a consistent basis to see what their mechanics are. You know, some guys are going to fly open a little bit earlier. Some guys are going to, you know, cross stride themselves. Some guys are going to stride open. I don't think I would ever teach anybody to throw like Goose Gossage did.
No.
But he was very effective in the way that he did it.
Yes. 2 outs, runner aboard, 2-0 the count here to Drew Johnson. And now the pitch on the way, swung on a hit into the dugout on our first base side, and the count goes to 2-1. That was an odd sounding strike of the bat on the ball too. Now that we have this wonderful microphone right behind
it's great,
plate,
isn't
I
it?
love it. The sounds of the game are almost as important as the view of the game. 2-1 to count to Johnson here. Runner first holds. This pitch is a fastball. Boy, is that some steam.
Yeah.
And it's right down the middle, 2-2 the count.
Yeah, and that conversation that was had out there was effective, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. 2-2 count. And the runner from first goes. The pitch swung on him, popped up and out of play. So a little run and hit going on there as Johnson will still sit in with a 2-2 count, and Blazak will have to retreat to the bag at first. Now, I talked about this earlier. If it's a foul ball, does the runner have to tag the bag?
No.
Before he can retake his lead?
He doesn't.
All right.
Yeah, I think that was something that I think started.
Ground ball to the shortstop. Bobbling it was Morisaki, but he will stick with it and get the out. So no damage done. Runner left aboard. We'll take our 7th inning stretch here at the ballpark with the Kids Choir coming out to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" as we are heading to the bottom of the 7th. It's a 7-2 Wenatchee lead. Thanks for joining us for AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
How do you think like an entrepreneur?
I have had it in mind starting my own business. This is all really good to know right now.
I am currently making a vision board. I am talking about my well-being, my personal finances, and habits that I would like to work on and to improve myself to be a better entrepreneur.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
7-2 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Brady Bean, Cannon Peary, and Jonathan Fitz do it for the AppleSox. Along with Brandon Schmitten, Eric Granstrom with you here on the NCWLIFE Channel. We're going to be back here very shortly. We'll be back here Tuesday night for a makeup game that we had hoped to fit in 6 broadcasts during the regular season, and we had to cancel one because it was 106, I think, that day or something like that, and our equipment just shuts down. It doesn't want to work when it's that hot outside. Pitch here swung on, and that, I think, did hit our microphone.
I think so.
0-1 to count to Brady Bean here. Excuse me, 1-1 to count to Brady. Brady is 1 for 3 in his debut in an AppleSox uniform. Couple of ground balls. One went through for a base hit. He also scored a run.
Hit that one to left field pretty well.
Yep, this pitch is swung on and grounded just foul outside the third base bag.
Do you remember when we were playing and we used to lay out for those things? Just, if nothing else, to get dirty. Now it's like, kids, and I'm sure he's laying out for any ball that's remotely close, but that used to be the thing. You'd want to lay out, get dirty.
Get dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, come home and show your mom. Hey, Mom, look, sorry, you got to clean the uniform again because I'm Pigpen.
Yep. The best was laying out for balls in infield, outfield. Like,
Because
then,
see, I was a catcher, so I was dirty.
You were dirty all the time.
No matter what. 1-2 pitch again on the way, swung on and hit foul, and boy, Kim Washburn, our cameraman down there,
that was close.
doing a good job of ducking out of the way. 1-2 the count to Mr. Bean for the AppleSox in his debut out of the University of Portland. And the pitch on the way to him by Mulan, and it misses for a ball. Molan Kovash.
Now he's a guy that looks like he would be able to throw extremely hard, and again, this is where it'd be nice to have the miles per hour, because I think he's almost throwing as hard as our pitcher,
David
but
James,
effortless though.
Yes, and I noticed that you make that comment a lot, being a baseball coach and watching it and being a lover of the game and just a spectator of the game. And some guys just effortlessly can strike 3, called boy on the outside corner, we'll say. Brady Bean not happy about that call. And our first out of the 7th for the AppleSox is a strikeout looking. That'll bring up the DH, Cannon Peary. Speaking of striking out, Seattle Mariners got to figure this out.
Yeah.
You know, any Mariner fan.
How many do we have tonight?
Will agree. Five strikeouts tonight, so they're well under their average of 10 per game. They're still trailing, though, 3-0 as they go to the 7th inning stretch at T-Mobile Park. Mariners with 4 hits in the game. I see that they got rid of one of the errors. They had 2 errors or 3 errors earlier.
Oh, they did. Yeah, you're right.
They've downed it to 2 errors.
Yeah, because we had 3 hits and 3 errors.
Yeah.
Hard to win a game when you have as many errors as hits.
Or more strikeouts than hits. This pitch swung on and hit in the air to left center field. Coming in on it is Bythewood, and he'll make the catch for the out. That's something to talk about, too, is when you come to a new ballpark, and for most of these guys for Yakima Valley, it's their first time ever playing at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. And so it's one thing to get used to the footing out there and understand what the grass is going to do and a ball that's hit out to you and things like that. It's another thing to look up into the sky here and also just track that ball off the bat from behind home plate.
Yeah, it is nice that we have these trees back here, but tonight the sky is really white. Yeah. Like if you look beyond the trees, it's really white. So seeing the ball is a difficult thing, yeah.
This pitch misses outside for a ball to Jonathan Fitz. 1-1 to count.
And that's why I believe it's so important for teams to come out here and take batting practice before the game, because one, you hit, right, which is important to see what the backdrop's going to be, but almost more importantly to see how the field's going to play and see the vision off of the bat in the outfield.
1-2 count. Pitch swung on and hit foul just barely. We've had a lot of those balls up the lines tonight.
I think we had one hit the bag and a couple of them that were
just
over the bag.
And then some just outside the bag.
Yeah.
It's been a line night tonight here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. 1-2 the count remains on Jonathan Fitz with 2 outs here for the AppleSox. Bottom of the 7th, leading at 7-2. And this pitch, strike 3 call. Oh my, that looked way outside. But
he liked that this inning, though, didn't he? That was twice that he bumped people up.
3 up, 3 down story for the AppleSox here in the 7th. We'll head to the 8th inning of play. It is a 7-2 Wenatchee lead here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Check out ClubCrowCashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
To the 8th inning we go. Julian Angulo, Dom Longo, and Reese Schuerman due up for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Well, it sounds like we've got a new pitcher on the mound for the AppleSox.
Bujicic.
Okay.
He's got a little sidearm sling going to him, too. Micah Bujicic.
Is it Bujicic, I think?
Is it Bujicic?
I think so.
I'll agree with you.
And I'm not finding him on my card here for what. Oh, there he is. 6'3", 190-pound freshman, University of Washington. He's out of Steilacoom. This will be his, let's see, it'll be his 8th appearance for the AppleSox.
Yeah, 9.
Nope, 6th appearance for the AppleSox.
9 innings pitched so far is all he's got.
I've got him for 12.
Oh, okay, you know what? I think our stats are a little bit different here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think yours are probably a little bit more.
These are straight out of the West Coast League stats as of today.
Okay, perfect.
So now That doesn't necessarily mean that they're well.
So he throws a 4-seam fastball, like we were talking about earlier, a slider, a sinker, and a change. So that sinker is basically a 2-seam fastball, right? That's just going to fall off the table a little bit.
2 2/3 for David James. You can close the book on him as Bujicic takes over. And the first pitch by the right-hander is in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. You always love to see a guy come out of the bullpen, throw strikes.
Yes, first pitch strike.
Julian Angulo is up there for Yakima Valley. He'll take strike 2.
Yeah, he's got the little 3/4 delivery here, and so that slider, I would assume his slider's pretty filthy from that angle.
Fitz sets up way outside, and there was that slider.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that had some movement to it.
Yeah.
1-2 the count to Angulo. Looking for his first base hit of the night. He's 0 for 2 officially. Ground out to short to line out to first. He walked, and he will take the pitch for ball 2. 2-2 the count here to Angulo. Pitch on the way by Bujicic is, well, that was called a strike the last half inning, but this one is called a ball.
And the first pitch of this at bat.
Yeah, we call him as we see him, folks.
Yep.
Of course, now we're behind home plate, but we're off and to the right behind home plate, and a walk given up here by Bujicic to start off the 8th inning here for Wenatchee.
You know, speaking of that sinker,
yes.
Mariano Rivera, the best closer of all time, he threw a fastball. That's all he threw. But he would throw his cut fastball, and the one summer he was working on it, or off season, I think he was working on it, and he's like, holy cow, I figured out something, and this thing has significant amount of movement, and he could get his ball to move. You know, most people think a fastball straight, but he could get his cutter to move between 6 and 12 inches. So it was basically like a really, really, really good slider, but it's a fastball. And he won or saved too many games to even count. Yeah. So if you can get good at one pitch.
This fastball is a strike on the outside corner, and boy, that just looks good. Dom Longo, by the way, is up now for the Pippins. 1-1 the count to him. 7-2 ball game, runner at first with nobody down here in the 8th. Pitch on the way, misses outside for a ball. 2-1 the count to Longo. He's 0 for the night with a soft line out to short, fly out to center, and a ground out to short. 2-1 the pitch here by Bujicic, and it is inside for ball 3.
I wonder when they're going to get somebody going.
Well, and looks like they just sent their warm-up catcher down towards the bullpen area. Here comes the 3-1 delivery on the way, and it is outside for ball 4. And again, we've seen that pitch called a strike a few times here tonight, and he's not getting the benefit of the doubt from the home plate umpire.
No.
And so 2 aboard here for Yakima Valley, and we're going to get a quick visit to the mound here. Looks like Tyler Cowley coming out here, and he'll have a talk with Bujicic. Mariners still trailing in the top of the 8th now to Houston. 3-0 is the score. Let's get you scores from throughout the West Coast League, if my pointer will show up here. Bellingham, top of the 9th inning, leading at home against Port Angeles 4-1. Nanaimo at Kamloops. That's a final 2-1. Wasn't that the one that was?
No, it was Edmonton.
Oh, it was Edmonton. That's right. Okay. Edmonton, yeah, they're playing a late game tonight.
Yeah, they are.
It's the bottom of the 2nd in Edmonton. Edmonton leading Springfield 1-0. Interesting.
Yeah.
Corvallis 15-3 over Bend. That's in the top of the 8th inning. They're not even done yet. Richfield downing Victoria at home tonight 10-2. That's in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch here is in there for a strike after the conversation on the mound. 0-1 the count to Reese Schuerman, the catcher for the Pippins. He is 1 for 2 in the ball game with a base hit opposite way last time. Or his 1 base hit, I should say. This pitch is a check swing. He didn't check it, says the home plate umpire, and it's strike 2 to Sherman. He walked in his last at-bat in the 6th. So 2 aboard, nobody out, in a 7-2 ball game. You don't want to give a team on the road, you know, a little
momentum.
Life.
Yeah.
Your late pitch on the way. Strike
There
3
we go.
called. Gone looking on 3 pitches is Reese Sherman.
Now a little ground ball double play. Get out of this.
This would be
pitcher's best friend,
for
right?
that, yeah. Adrian Hinojosa will come up and hit now. He is 1 for 3 tonight. Has a base hit and scored a run to center. And he's flown out to right, flown out to center here in the ball game. Hinojosa in the right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch on the way by Busich, and it is in there for a strike. Well, whatever Tyler Cowley had to say on that visit to the mound, it has completely changed his perspective and changed the results so far anyway. 0-1 the count to Hinojosa. Look at second. And the pitch on the way. Fouled off.
He loves the outside corner there, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
And you know, that's something where I think where does he play at?
Who's that?
Micah.
Busich?
Yeah.
He is UW.
Okay.
I think he's an incoming freshman.
Okay.
I want to say.
Yeah. That's something where he's gonna need to develop the mentality of I can beat a guy inside.
Yeah.
You know, because when you're facing good hitters, if you're, I mean, I would say he's throwing 15 pitches this inning. I would say 13 of them have been on the outside corner, where a good hitter's just going to look away and start driving a ball away.
Pitch here swung on and hit in the air to the second baseman. Infield fly rule is in effect. As Mr. Bean makes the catch.
So that's something that high school pitchers have an issue with, throwing inside, because I think they're afraid that they're going to hit somebody.
Right.
And so if they can hit the outside corner and live on the outside corner, that's something that high school hitters have a problem with, is hitting the outside pitch. But once you get into the Pac-12 or the Big Ten or whatever the heck the UW's in now, the Big 22 or
Big 10,
then he's going to be facing some guys that can hit the ball away. So
yeah, absolutely. And if you get that reputation, then you go up there as a hitter. That's all you're looking for.
Right.
1-0 the count here to Shipman, with 2 down in the inning and 2 aboard. And the pitch on the way. Swung on and missed.
And there's that inside fastball.
Holy buckets.
And see, he blew that past him, because
he did.
Inside fastball is going to be significantly, you need to hit it way earlier than an outside fastball.
Right. 1-1 the count here to Shipman, who is 1 for 2 tonight. Got aboard on a walk and scored. This pitch is strike 2 called on the outside corner. 1-2 the count. How about the transition we've seen? I mean, just an evolution by Mr. Busich here on the mound for the Wenatchee AppleSox. In relief, trying to get out of a little pickle he put himself in by walking the first 2 batters. 2 down, 1-2 the count. And the pitch on the way, swung on a fly ball to left field, and right at the left fielder, Hoyland makes the catch. It was an adventure, but he makes the catch for the out, and that'll do it here in the 8th for Yakima Valley. 2 left aboard. We will head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Wenatchee on top, 7-2.
It's a great time to go into the medical profession. And this is the perfect place to start, because this is going to provide you that basic understanding in order to get into medical school, physical therapy school. So when you are ready to head on your career pathway, wherever it is, then you've already had some experience and say, oh, it's so cool. This is exactly what I want to do. So really, you're going to leave me with 13 college credits and a license with the state of Washington.
Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We're not affiliated with any of the network channels. We're a locally owned, locally managed television station who prides itself on being a reflection and a spotlight on the communities we call home here in North Central Washington. We need to thank our gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Your community, your family, your Town Auto Group. Thanks for watching the NCWLIFE Channel.
Well, we've got a new pitcher on the mound here for the Pippins as Justin Cuellar will take over. 6'2", 210-pound freshman out of UCLA. He's originally from Tulare, California. I have no idea where Tulare, California is.
Never heard of it.
He has thrown 7 1/3, and boy, he's been rocked around. 17.18 ERA. And I think if you're the Pippins, you just want him to get 3 outs and get you to tomorrow.
Yeah. And you know what? The way we're playing right now, maybe they're just trying to get him a little bit of work, try and get him, you know, up 5. You never want to say a game's over.
No.
Right? But momentum is in our favor right now. So maybe this is a good chance to get this guy a little bit of work against some live hitters, and hopefully can break out of his streak for him, not for us.
So Justin Cuellar, he's a well put together left-hander out there.
He is.
And the pitch on the way is outside for ball 1 to James Castagnola. He'll be followed by Cam Hoyland and Mr. Morisaki here in the 8th inning. This pitch looked pretty good, but ball 2.
I laugh.
You had a guy.
I laugh. Colin Babs.
that had a tendency to lose his hat on every pitch.
Yes. Remember when we were counting him?
Swing and a miss here as Mr. Cuellar needs a bobby pin,
He
as
does.
my grandma would say. I haven't thought about her saying that for 30 years.
That's funny.
This pitch is a strike cold. Evens the count at 2-2 to Castagnola.
Yeah, there's got to be a rule against this.
Yeah, every pitch. And there it goes off his head again. Which you would, okay. So you need to protect yourself as a pitcher, right?
Right.
So if your vision's blocked to home plate, and with that hat falling off, pitch here, swung on, a fly ball, foul, and out of play on the first base side. Count stays at 2-2.
I don't know if you've ever seen the video, but there's a video of a Little League kid pitching in the Little League World Series where he threw a ball and a hitter hit a ball right back at him, a line drive, and it literally hit the bill of his hat and buckled the bill of his hat, like accordioned it.
Oh, man.
And the kid was like totally fine because he had his hat on. Had he not had his hat on.
See, and the question is, why do they have to wear hats?
Yeah. Yeah.
And why do they have to have the bill facing forward and not like Ken Griffey Jr. would have rathered have it facing backwards?
Yeah.
Although I laugh too when I'll see fans of the ballpark or just around town on a sunny day, guy wearing a hat, but he's got the hat backwards and he's having to put his hand up to shade his eyes from the sun.
Looks good though.
Pitch on the way here, swung on and chopped through for a base hit. Seeing I single to the right side, rounding second, heading for third is Castagnola. Runners on the corners for the AppleSox on the base hit by Cam Hoyland, who's got a 2-hit night tonight. So with 2 aboard, that brings up the top of the order for the AppleSox and Morisaki. Canoa, since coming in for Roberto Gonzalez, flew out to center and was hit by a pitch. Bottom of the 8th inning, Sox threatening here with a 7-2 lead. And the pitch misses for a ball. I would even wet my hair. Well, that is if I had any hair to keep that hat on my head.
I know.
This pitch inside and hit him. So the second time Morisaki has been hit by a pitch.
Yeah, 2 consecutive times.
So the bases are jammed for Wenatchee, and now we might understand why it's a 17+ ERA for Mr. Cuellar.
Yeah, and looking at him in warm-ups, he has good stuff. He's got a live fastball. His curveball
was his hat
good.
falling off in the
No,
warm-ups?
it wasn't. It wasn't.
So that would tell me that he's throwing harder with somebody at the plate.
Yeah, like more max effort, right? Like we've talked about, effortless in comparison to, you know, him trying to throw hard.
Want to know the count to Max Hartman here, who would love to pad his RBI total. A grounder back to the mound. They throw home for once. The relay to first in time for the double play. Good play by Cuellar to help his own cause there.
Yeah, that was a broken bat. 2.
1, 2, 3 is the double play.
Bummer.
So Castagnola out on the play. Meanwhile, down to third goes Hoyland. Down to second goes Morisaki. And it's Aiden Dougherty's turn to see what he can do with runners at second and third, and now 2 outs in the inning for the AppleSox. Pitch here right down the middle for a strike. 0-1 that
kept his hat on.
He did, see?
That's the key.
We'll see. Okay, we'll see if he can throw a strike here and keep his hat on. 0-1 pitch on the way. Kept his hat on, and that should have been called a strike count, even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Appreciate you joining us here on the NCWLIFE Channel. We'll get you some more scores from the West Coast League coming up here if we have time before it's all said and done. Late start tonight, and we should mention too that the rest of the games this weekend also going to be 7:05 start times. So that is the case for tomorrow night and for Sunday as well. Sunday was scheduled for 5. But with it being 109, 110 degrees on Sunday, they're going to push it back. That's smart.
Yeah, that is smart.
2-1 to count to Dougherty here, and the pitch on the way, swung on and hit through for a base hit. That's going to score 1, and going to score 2 as the throw comes home, down safely. And now the runner at second base standing there on the throw home is Aiden Dougherty. Give him a 2-run single. AppleSox extend the lead to 9-2.
You know, I would have liked to have seen the catcher not take that on a 1-hop, come up and get the previous hop. I think he would have been able to throw him out at second base there. You know, because there was absolutely no chance
he was going to get the runner at home.
No.
That's a good point, Coach. So he goes down to second on the throw that came home, does Aiden Dougherty. So give him officially a base hit and 2 RBIs. Sox on top 9-2 here.
And where did he hit it?
Center field. No, to the right
Dougherty,
side.
To the right side.
To the right
Same
side,
spot every
where
time.
he's been. So
yep.
spray chart, baby. Evan Cloyd stands in. The first pitch to him goes all the way to the backstop. So down to third base goes Dougherty.
You know, the one thing that I've noticed, I don't get to come out to a ton of games just because coaching my son and stuff, but I've noticed that Mitch has these guys hustling everywhere they go, and I love watching that.
Absolutely. Pitch here is right down the middle for a strike, evens the count to Cloyd at 1-1.
You know, we've turned a lot of potential singles into doubles because of effort out of the box and
just hustling.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch on the way to the plate is high and inside, and hat comes off.
Yep.
Out of the strike zone. 2-1 the count to Evan Cloyd. Good
and this is not going to help his
ERA.
No.
No.
Because it's a 18 for this inning.
Yeah. 2 runs are in for Wenatchee in a 9-2 ball game. Swing and a foul into the glove of the catcher evens the count to Cloyd at 2-2. He was looking for his second home run on that swing.
Yeah,
home run,
really
double,
was.
couple of RBI, couple of runs scored. 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on and lifted into shallow center. Over to his right to make the play is Bythewood, and that'll do it for Wenatchee. But they do get 2 more runs, and we'll head to the 9th inning of play. AppleSox on top 9-2. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air. Well, here we go to the 9th inning of play, and AppleSox stand to win this one if they can hang on. 9-2 is our score, as Toussaint Bythewood, Zach Blazak, and Drew Johnson do up here for the Yakima Valley Pippins. And who do we have on the mound here?
Still the same.
Busic.
Yep.
Busic, 33. Okay.
Yep.
So David James stands to be the one to win this one for the AppleSox. Ryan Martinez started. He went 4 1/3, gave up 2 runs, one of which earned 5 hits, no strikeouts, 3 walks. So again, kept Wenatchee in a winnable position in his 4th start of the summer for the Wenatchee AppleSox. First pitch here is a curveball in there for a strike, 0-1 the count.
Like you mentioned, he doesn't have a record, but every game that he's pitched in or started, they've won. So he's got his team into a good situation every time.
Jonathan Fitz took that foul ball off of a tender spot, so the umpire gives him a little bit of a break here. 0-2 the count on the foul ball by Bythewood. Back in the right-handed batter's box.
I think this is Egan here.
Oh, is it Egan?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we're at the bottom of the order. Not a lot of light here behind home plate.
No, there's not.
Pitch misses for a ball. 1-2 the count to Owen Egan. There we go. 1 for 3 on the night. And the pitch by Busic is swung on a fly ball to right center. Max Hartman was shaded to the right already and is able to track that one down. Good job by Hartman out there in center field. And that is why he's an all-star.
That's right.
So 1 down for the Pippins brings up Toussaint Bythewood. Here we go with Bythewood.
There we go.
My apologies to the Bythewood family that might be watching tonight. Let me get you up to date on what's happening in the West Coast League. Some of these have probably gone final here. So we'll update our page. Ooh. Top of the 9th inning in Bellingham. Bell's leading Port Angeles 4-2. Port Angeles has won some games here in the second half of the season.
They playing a doubleheader tonight? Or is that just an adjusted?
Nope.
Okay.
First pitch here is a taken strike by Bythewood. 0-1 to count. This pitch misses away for ball 1. 1-1 to count. So Bellingham on top 4-2. That's in the top of the 9th. Nanaimo final beat Kamloops on the road tonight 2-1. Kelowna and Portland now tied at 5-5. That's in the bottom of the 8th. Up in Kelowna. Cowlitz a 7-5 lead over Walla Walla. That's in the bottom of the 8th. Top of the 9th inning. It is Ridgefield now leading Victoria 10-5. Pitch here swung on and popped up to the infield, and backing up is Bean, and Brady's going to make a catch for the out. So 2 outs here for Yakima Valley, down to their final outs as Zach Blazak will step up. Corvallis, top of the 9th inning, all over Bend tonight, 16-3, and it is Edmonton only in the bottom of the 3rd, so a very late start for that one in the land of midnight sun, we'll say, as they lead Springfield 2-1. Blazak, first pitch to him, outside for a ball, 1-0 the count. It's nice to see Busic get the chance to kind of settle down here after walking the first 2 guys he faced, and then has done a nice job settling down.
He has.
Pitch here is a fastball in there for a strike, the count 1-1.
Yeah, that's a tough thing to do. Come in and walk your first 2 guys, and then luckily we got out of the inning with giving up nothing.
This pitch misses low for a ball. 2-1 the count to Blazak. Blazak walked. He popped out, single to center, and walked again. This pitch swung on a hit hard, and that is to straightaway center field for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Blazak keeps the game alive for the Pippins. That'll bring up Drew Johnson. Right fielder looking for his first hit of the night. He's flown out twice to right field. He's popped out to the second baseman, and he's grounded out to short.
Yeah, that first ball that he hit in the first inning was a nice solid line drive. Ended up advancing the runner, and then he eventually scored. But other than that, we've kept him at bay.
Johnson in the left-handed batter's box. Toss over to the bag at first. Not in time to get the runner over there. Pitch swung on and chopped foul. And the count 0-1 here to Johnson.
You know, at this stage of the game, I was going to say, take your first baseman and play him back, because if he steals the bag, who cares?
Yeah.
Give yourself a little bit more,
right?
A little bit more space.
And that's exactly what's happened over there at first base. Cloyd will back up. Runner from first goes. Pitch swung on and missed. Throw down to second base by.
You can't do anything about that. He had a running lead.
Stolen base here for Blazak. Count now 0-2 to Johnson. So here we go. This is game time.
Yep.
Sox trying to wrap up the first game of the series against Yakima, leading at 9-2 here in the top of the ninth inning. 0-2 the count to the right fielder, Drew Johnson. And Bujicic with the pitch on the way to the plate. Swung on and grounded to the right side, right to the first baseman. Evan Cloyd will take it to the bag himself, and that'll do it. AppleSox get the win here tonight by a final of 9-2. Winner on the mound, David James, and at the plate, a good job tonight by that top of the order for the Wenatchee AppleSox as they take care of business here tonight. We're going to take a break and come back and quick wrap up on our post-game show. I just realized we do not have a microphone to do interviews in front of our location here, so we can't do that right now. So we will come back and wrap it up. Coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hi, my name is Courtney, and AmeriCorps has given me the opportunity to change careers, learn new skills, and serve my community in a meaningful way. I am so glad that I chose AmeriCorps.
My service with AmeriCorps has allowed me to make a difference in the lives of people that I wouldn't have otherwise made.
My service in AmeriCorps allowed me make huge impact to community having fun.
AmeriCorps gave me the opportunity to serve and use my skills for the greater good. I highly recommend serving with AmeriCorps. You will change your life.
My name is Anna Marie. I've lived at Prestige here for 6.5 years, and I love it. They just made you feel so welcome. I love my room. I get 3 meals a day, do as I darn well want to. I've loved it ever since I moved in.
Mom's a wonderful, wonderful lady. She deserved the very best, and I got it for her here at Prestige.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Check out ClubProCashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Welcome back once again here to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, where the Wenatchee AppleSox have knocked off the Yakima Valley Pippins in the first of 3 games here at home this weekend by a final of 9-2. the box score I've got anyway. 2 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error for Yakima Valley. 9 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error for the Wenatchee AppleSox here tonight. The winning pitcher of record is David James. He goes 2 2/3 in relief. No runs, no hits. He struck out 1 and walked 1, so nice job of relief there. After,
for sure.
Yeah, Wenatchee got the lead early and scored 2 runs in the first. As Yakima Valley comes back, scores 2 runs in the second, and then the Sox just slam it down with 5 runs in that 3rd inning, and that was the game right there.
That was. It's nice for our pitchers, too, to go out there and pitch with the lead. It's always a lot easier knowing you have a 5-run lead. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. So you can make them put the ball in play and make things happen instead of trying to be perfect with everything.
So just doing a little math here, the AppleSox have a 3-hit night for Aiden Dougherty, who comes up with a couple of RBIs as well. Make that 4 RBIs on the night for Aiden Dougherty. So he gets, probably MVP offensive honors, although you can't overlook the home run by Evan Cloyd to really kind of get things charged up there in that bottom of the 1st inning. He ends up with 2 runs on the night, 2 RBI, as he goes 2 for 5 in the ball game unofficially. Max Hartman goes 2 for 3. Good job, Coog, as he gets a couple of runs as well. Top end of the order for the Wenatchee AppleSox. They come through, and when you have those guys there, they're there for a reason. You want them to hit. You want them to drive people aroround. That's what they did tonight.
Yeah, and Cam Hoyland at the bottom of the lineup, too. He came up big for us. Got that double down the line in the 3rd inning. And, I think there was more hustle doubles that we had tonight than cleared stand-up doubles, which I really enjoy seeing.
Yeah, a couple of extra base hits for Evan Cloyd tonight. Double as well for Cam Hoyland in the ball game, as the AppleSox all but 2 of their batters in the ball game. So 8 out of 10 that entered the game got at least 1 hit tonight.
Yeah,
You'd love to see that too.
That's a good night.
Yeah, absolutely. So the AppleSox get the win. They improve to 24-13 on the season. They're 6-4 in the second half, and they can't do any better than emerge from tonight still in the lead in that second half standings in the North. Of course, they're already qualified for the playoffs with that North win in the first half. So what they're trying to do now is get home field advantage for the North end playoffs come the postseason. And I don't know if anybody's going to be able to catch the Corvallis Knights here this season.
Tough.
But there is that, I guess, potential where they could catch the Knights and get home field advantage if they get that far for the championship series.
Right.
We got a lot of baseball between now and then.
Yes, for sure.
Brandon, any final thoughts for tonight in this AppleSox win?
I thought great game, beautiful night, and again, I like to see the hustle out of these guys. It makes a difference.
All the way around. And some good pitching tonight, some great defensive plays as well. So if you're a baseball fan, you got to love a night like this, especially when the home team comes up with a win.
Exactly.
9-2, the final. The AppleSox get the victory here tonight. They'll play again tomorrow night against the same team. 7:05 start time tomorrow and a 7:05 start time on Sunday. That game Sunday was supposed to start at 5. It's not going to go until 7 o'clock at night because it is going to be a hot weekend. Don't forget to drink lots of water this weekend. And thanks for joining us for AppleSox Baseball. We'll be back again here Tuesday night on a much cooler night. Well, 93,
Fingers
I think,
crossed.
for the high on Tuesday. And we'll be here for that one as well. Thanks to our entire crew for helping us out here tonight. Of course, back at the studios, Malcolm Whitehall. Our line producer tonight, Dan Kuntz. And, of course, on cameras, Cagney Fox, Kim Washburn, Scott Patterson. For Brandon Schmitten, I'm Eric Granstrom. That's going to do it for AppleSox Baseball. Have a good night, everybody. So Bellingham has already
Thanks for watching tonight's broadcast of Wenatchee AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel. Coverage of tonight's game was brought to you by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, and our Gold supporter, the Town Auto Group. Tonight's broadcast also brought to you by Apple Valley Honda, Club Crow Bar and Grill, the Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, and AmeriCorps. Harvest Valley Pest Control, Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee, Together for Youth, the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and the Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center. This concludes our broadcast of AppleSox Baseball right here on the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return to regularly scheduled programming already in progress.
How about finding a gap in center field for an RBI single? Beautifully struck ball by Winton.